Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Black Flag Podcast. My name is Mike. You already fucked it up. Shut up. Okay. Black Flag Podcast. My name is Mike.
And there's no one alive who could comprehend my sexual preference.
And I am Snoots.
Bullshit!
And introducing
Sorry, God.
introducing our co-host Jegs.
Well, you know what time it is.
Love it, worth it.
And also our other co-host, our Instagram lady and wonderful person, Bear.
I miss cupcake.
It's perfect.
There we go. Okay, so
As we do this more and more, I will get used to this goddamn shit.
oh my God, that was
You know what? I'm not gonna doubt you again. That was fucking brilliant.
Thank you. Thank you very
yeah.
much.
Well, she also played like the wrong one for me as well.
Well, you know what? At least it kept with the Team 4-star Helsing Ultimate trend.
Right. Point
Which,
being, it was
was
the wrong.
broken
It was the
there.
wrong one for me. It was the wrong one for her as well.
Because I didn't have the one for me yet. I hadn't gotten there.
And
I took a shower.
and
so.
technically, I was the one that picked out yours. So,
Would you like to see what was supposed to be next?
no, just
Okay, we'll save for next time.
yeah. I want to keep these things as being surprised. It could just be a trend that we have where, like, every time
We
we
just
have,
cycle through clips.
well, no, just hey.
Hi.
How about we start a new trend where I get to finish speaking?
Interrupt my story again, Reggie. See what happens.
Fucking God. She interrupted me with my own thing. You shouldn't have buttons. God, I wish I knew how to do anything on the computer.
Boomer.
Okay. All right. What the fuck was I saying now?
This episode we were talking about.
What? That's not what it was.
That's what I would like you to do instead of talking about how I fucked up.
I was wanting me to play a movie.
Distraction.
No, okay, yeah. So we should just make a bunch of these fucking clips
Mhm.
and pick like off the wall clips just for specific people if they're gonna come on and just play them at random for them, like
Oh,
who
yeah.
gets what. We can even do a bunch of them and assign a number, do a quick little like random number generator thing like on our phone just to see who gets what. If it's a badass one or if it's a fucked up one, we can get like Spice Girls memes and shit.
Oh my god.
That'd be great.
Fucking Spice Girls. All
Yeah,
right,
it's probably-
whatever. Let's
Why
do
not?
it.
Ooh, clips
That'd be
of Spice
hilarious.
Girls, but their faces are swapped with Willem Dafoe.
Clips? Do they have that?
Probably.
Well, I know they have the Willem Dafoe thing. I'm well aware of that, but do they have them for Spice Girls yet? If so, we need multiple intro videos. Willem Dafoe. That should actually be it. We should have serious ones like we just did, semi-serious, at least our version of it, and then everything else is do you get a Dafoe?
And our other co-host, Willem Dafoe, and James Woods.
Yeah.
Because I just realized the clip that I was thinking about earlier was Hades. I know! You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
he's not face swapped on anyone.
This is true.
Yeah.
Alright.
Or unless you get what's the other one they do? They fucking face swap into people all the
Kyle
time.
Ritter?
No. The no, god damn it. What the fuck? The Thornberries guy. Remember the Thornberries guy?
Nigel
Oh my
Thornberry,
god.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That would be funny as shit.
Smashing.
There's a few that are really like his Tarzan one. I really like the Tarzan one. I think
Yeah.
it's fucking hilarious. That would be a good little intro thing. He spins
Just do
around.
an
It's
episode
fucking
of-
Nigel.
Yeah.
Oh
like this.
god.
This is
I am-
going well.
I'm
Yeah,
amused by
speaking
simple
of
shit.
speaking of James Woods and Nigel Thornberry and stuff like that, has James Woods and Tim Curry ever been in a movie together?
Are you implying they're the same person?
No, I believe that Tim Curry and Samuel L. Jackson are the same person
What? Why would you think that?
because they've been in every single movie, but they've never been in any movie together.
Maybe they just really hate each other.
I don't know.
That could be it too. Yeah.
It could be like a Tom Cruise Brad Pitt thing, where it's just like they can't be in the same room together at all.
They don't like each other.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt. Are you sure?
Pretty
It's
sure.
because Brad Pitt has taste and acting ability.
I don't know.
Are you fucking being serious right now?
Half serious.
Are you being serious about Tom Cruise right now?
God damn it. Don't. Nope. All right, let's move on.
That man is a saint.
God damn it.
How fucking dare you?
I'm not gonna lie though. I like looking at the screen and seeing all of our icons.
That man broke his foot on a stunt and kept acting till the end of the
So
fucking
did
scene.
dude from Lord of the Rings.
And he's awesome! Right?
Moving on.
Yeah, but he did it kicking a fucking helmet, though.
Yeah.
He did it kicking a prop.
And Orlando Bloom, he broke a rib riding a horse and
This is
kept
true.
doing those running scenes and everything.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
But again,
He even
kicking
came
a
back
prop,
to reshoots with broken ribs.
kicking
like
a prop, riding a horse. The other guy jumped across the fucking rooftop.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm aware Tom
Yeah,
Cruise does
pretty
badass
gruesome.
stunts, but at some point you have to ask if he's a sociopath or suicidal or both.
Well, he's part of
for
Church of
either one.
Scientology, so yes.
I'm for either of it. It's totally fine.
We also need to get some Tom Segura quotes.
Think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. Jakes doesn't like people to think differently than him.
Oh yeah,
So-
that's true. Hmm.
Huh?
That's
common.
that's why he'll attack someone based on their faith.
Okay.
Scientology is not a faith.
It's his faith. You tell him. Do it.
No,
It's-
that would
it's
be
these
interrupting
pauses.
you.
That's what ruins the comedic timing of it, Snoots. That's why you're so bad at comedy. The comedic timing.
To
You
be
choked
fair-
on the intro.
To be
Feel
fair,
bad.
Be fair.
she's
To
funnier
be
than Amy Schumer.
fair,
Debatable.
Well, no. Snooze doesn't just talk about her pussy and just say it's funny all day.
I don't talk about my nether regions at all.
Exactly.
honest.
Therefore, your comedy is already better than Amy Schumer.
Thank you. I appreciate the compliment, I suppose that is.
Debatable. Anywho,
She's at least funnier than Kathy Griffith. Give her that.
hey.
Hi.
Shut up. All right, so anywho, hey, Bear was just over this weekend.
This is true.
She was over this
Woohoo.
weekend. Just so everyone is aware, watching this, we actually are legitimate, actual fucking friends of each other and know each other. So that's kind of neat.
I am
She
the
came
only
over.
one they have not met in person in real life.
And whose fault is that?
I mean, do
I
y'all?
did offer to fly
y'all
you out
like-
here.
This is true.
Well, true. But then COVID hit, and then that point was kind of moot anyway.
And we're like, hey,
Oh,
dude, there's total real estate in this area. And you're like,
Okay,
eh.
you're asking me to be one of the dumb bastards to move to California.
To be fair, we live in the
Ooh,
state of
yeah.
Jefferson. To be fair.
Temporarily.
Well, listen,
Temporarily.
do y'all have border patrols that keep all the the left wing Californians and the crazy ass Southern Californians out?
We don't really have a whole lot of them up here, actually, dude.
Yeah.
California is a long ass state.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them pretty fucking far away from us.
Like, the major cities give the state a really bad rep. But, like,
They
we
really
live in the middle of nowhere,
Yeah.
and it's just fine.
yeah, well, see, actually, as well, we just drove. I didn't actually realize exactly how far north we are. Not necessarily like we're totally up at the fucking border, right? North. But we're far enough north to where there's not a whole lot of civilization past us. So there's the main freeway, right? 5, and it goes, for the most part, the fucking length of California. And we drove up to, when was that, last weekend?
Yep.
That was a good trip. We have to.
It was a
so we
great
drove up to Oregon, right? And so we go up past the next city up. We're in a smaller little kind of dinky rural town outside of this city, and you get on the freeway, you drive up past that, and once we got past that, like that was it. We were just driving, and it was just mountains. We were just going through mountains and trees and snow and crazy shit. And there was like 2 little kind of turn off little areas, and
But it wasn't even a restroom break
weed.
or anything. It was just like a driveway or some shit.
Well, yeah, there was that one, but I think that was just someone's driveway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was a driveway. It wasn't a restroom area.
So
or
some
anything.
lucky bastard fucking just is living out there alone. Anyway, but aside from all that, yeah, but it's like we're like the last like, you know, or we're next to anyway, the last like actual city, I guess you can say, on this specific stretch.
Yeah.
Everything past this is straight up like actual like the woods, right? On this little stretch. There's a bunch of other, you know, because it's a whole fucking state.
Yeah.
But yeah, we drove through a bunch of mountains and shit, and there's like one actual thing that I would say is more like a town. It's not even really like a big city. I guess someone can tell me, someone can fucking scream at me in the comments if for whatever fucking reason I am wrong and they're actually from Weed, but there's another place called Weed, and there's a show about it actually. But we went through it and it's like, wow, this is like really kind of a small like last chance to be in California before you know,
nothing.
Before nothing, yeah. And it's like super
Yeah.
mountainy, and then it like goes up to this high elevation, and then gets super flat.
Yeah.
And then
There's
all of
a-
a sudden, it's like, oh, you're in Oregon. Weird.
There's a good stretch where it's just like, yeah, I think I'm gonna stop and get food after this town because I'm not hungry yet. And then you're waiting for 4 hours, and then you hit an
Oh
actual
yeah, and
town.
then you're on the
just like,
road for a couple
fuck,
hours
man.
straight up. Yeah, like even
Fuck.
like my wife and I were both like, I gotta pee. we're pulling over. Like,
Going to
this
the tree line.
There is nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing happening. We're just gonna.
So
walk
some
out
poor
into the
bastard
fucking
has their
snow.
piss on his driveway.
Yeah. Oh, is that the driver you were talking about?
Yeah,
That was.
that was a driveway.
I think that was a. Are you sure that was not a driveway? It had fucking just because it had tracks on it doesn't make it a driveway. I think honestly, what we pulled off there, that was a.
A trail?
No, that's for like military and police.
You think so?
Mhm.
Okay.
That's absolutely what that is. Especially since military turnoff was one of the signs, like one of the only fucking signs that I saw.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And you would pay attention to that shit, whereas
Exactly.
I'm just like, woo,
Well, I'm driving,
trees.
so it's kind of my job to pay attention to signs.
Exactly.
Yeah, but but anyway, so that's what that was. It's actually why I didn't drive in any further, just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah, but point being, we had to duck off into the fucking tree line because we were dumb enough to hold out hope that there might be something else, but apparently there fucking wasn't. So that was fun. It was a good trip, though, man. We bought a shot glass for Bear.
We did. Did you give it to her?
I didn't give it
No.
to her. Bear.
What a bastard.
Ah. Well, I got a fancy shot glass, and the guy was actually saying that apparently you can make brownies in it, which I
Oh,
don't know. I mean, if I'm going to go
Because
through
they're silicone?
if I'm going to go through the process of making brownies, it's going to be larger than a
Then a shot
Than a
glass.
shot
larger than a
glass?
shot glass. Yeah.
I guess you can make a single serve jello shot. If that's a thing. I don't know. I don't do jello shots. I don't fucking care.
Jello shots. Yeah, I could make a single serving Jello shot, and that can warm up my mouth for the penis that's going to go in it next.
Exactly.
That's-
Exactly.
That's where we're going with that. Anyway, hey, look, you got your boy.
Hail, wise guys.
Hey, wise guys is the thing. You know,
Hey,
it's
wise guys.
cool. Check this out. Watch, you can do this. You can do that whenever people come on.
And you can do that whenever
Awesome.
other people come on.
Hey, you know what? Don't take my thing off.
I didn't.
Put on whatever the fuck I want to put on. I'll put this one on too.
Okay, and you should click that.
You should click that.
Wait, hold on. Click banner.
Click what? Wait.
Son of a Protestant whore!
Welcome, Zach.
Among worlds.
Oh my god. And Zach's on now.
Zachamus Prime with Zachamus Prime reviews.
Is it Zachamus Prime reviews?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
I know what I'm doing. I'm good at my job.
Dick.
It's not what?
It's not Zacchaeus Prime sucks dick or anything.
Should be. You probably get a lot more views.
That should be your OnlyFans.
That's getting clipped.
This is going on fucking YouTube.
It's true.
That's
And
true.
then,
It is on YouTube.
yes, we have clips.
We have clips
Wise.
now.
It is something that we have now.
Yeah.
Things are happening. Yeah, Zach, I'm not sure if you were listening to all that, but we were actually just talking about how we took that trip up to Bend.
Yeah, we made you eat seafood.
Yeah. Sorry, I wasn't on earlier. I was finishing up a movie. I found this amazing movie that came out in January of 2020.
It's called Captain Marvel.
No.
What,
No.
What'd you find, Zach?
It's called Psycho Gorman.
Huh?
What?
It's called Psycho Gorman.
What is it
It's
about?
basically okay. So I summarized this to my brother in that I was saying that it's basically what happens if like a horror gore studio makes a comedy.
Okay.
Oh, a
It's
Sam
about-
Raimi movie.
Kind of. I don't think Sam Raimi's involved in it. But yeah, exactly the same sort of idea where it's fucking hilarious, but it's also like bloody as hell. And so it's about these kids, right? And they're playing a game, and then they decide to dig a hole, and they find this like tomb. And the girl pulls this like gem out of it, right? And she keeps it. Well, in the middle of the night, this monster comes out of the sarcophagus, right? And kills some dudes. And he's gonna like kill the whole. He's gonna destroy the whole planet. But it turns out whoever holds this gem controls him. Like he's compelled to do whatever they say.
Okay.
So he's gonna do whatever this kid says, and that's basically the premise of the movie.
Interesting.
Oh,
But it's-
I know what you're talking about. I saw the trailer for that.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious. I just tracked it down today. So
Wait. Is that where the guy is? He's like a world-ending type of supervillain kind of thing, and like this
Yeah.
little kid is.
Yeah, it's like if you
I
took
think I saw a
Predator,
trailer
Power
for
Rangers,
that too.
Terminators, and Star Kid mixed into one and made a comedy. It looked fucking
Nice.
awesome.
yeah, well, I give it to you with my recommendation.
And it's called what again? Psycho what now?
Psycho Gorman.
Psycho Gorman. You writing that down?
No,
You're not writing that down? Are you,
I can watch
are
it
you
and stream
in this
later.
conversation?
I kind of am. I'm doing my job.
What are you doing? This is your job.
Oh, sorry.
Doggo.
Slade really wants to be heard, apparently.
I can link you to where I pirated it from. Is that allowed?
You mean where you borrowed it from?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Life for me.
This would be the proper podcast to be talking about things like that. What are you doing? Are you selfieing?
Kind of. Shush.
What the fuck are you? Jesus God.
Also, I finished my painting.
What are you doing?
Oh, you finished a painting, you say?
Yeah, the painting
Where's
that
that
I was
going?
working on last week. I finished it.
Can you show it to us?
Yeah.
Still got the Christmas tree up, I see.
Yeah, it's been up since October of 2018. Again, I mean, this is best seen in like natural lighting.
All right, let's see. We're gonna. How do we full screen this cat? Hey, how about you actually do your job here and full screen this guy?
There we go.
It's a little tough to see, but I can kind of make it out. That looks pretty cool, man.
Yeah, and then where's my evidence finder?
You're what now?
His wife.
No, my flashlight. Shit, I don't know. It's disappeared somewhere.
I know.
This is why you invest in white LED light bulbs, people.
Right. Anyhow, so I've got a black light somewhere which supercharges it and it lights up. It glows actually pretty damn good. But
Nice.
more specifically, I got this light here. Plug this fucker in.
Raw.
It actually lights up too.
That's pretty awesome.
Ooh. That's fucking great.
That's pretty
Yeah.
great.
So I like it a whole lot. I think it looks great. I'm gonna hang it in my bedroom.
Do it.
Ask
You
me
won't-
to it twice a day.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is the only way to do it.
Well, I don't know about the only way, but
Only way.
Do you know
it's
the
certainly
way?
a viable way.
Indeed. All right, Jags.
Yes.
You said you had topics you wanted to discuss before getting into the other thing, the comic.
Yes. Let me pull it up real quick because this is pretty good news for especially us.
Oh,
That's not specifically about us, but is like something we're really happy about.
Are we?
We should. I
Are
would be
you
disappointed
sure?
if you're not happy with it.
I don't know.
what do you got, man? Bring it up.
All right, just let me get the image open in a new tab.
Oh my God.
Shut up! It's opening.
Hey, Mike, should I send your wife a friend request on Facebook?
If you want to.
But it'll be 2 years from now when she accepts it.
That is
Yeah.
very true.
She's like never on Facebook.
Okay. Well, no worries then.
Ah, yes. They set a date.
Yes.
Now, didn't they
Snyder
already
Cut.
have a date? Didn't they say March for like a minute?
They've been hinting at March, but now it's confirmed March 18th.
Nice.
Neat.
That is only a couple days after my kid's birthday.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, sir.
What is that for?
That is
Justice League.
for the Snyder Cut being released. Justice League.
Ah.
Yep.
Okay.
The 4-hour one, the good one.
Oh, the hopefully good one. No, none of us have
Hopefully
actually
good
seen it
one.
yet.
Yes.
Hopefully.
I mean-
Yes.
Well.
I have hope. I have a lot of
Improved.
hope for it.
Just
But-
by default improved, but hopefully good.
Yes. I personally am hoping for what I've been longing for a minute is a good Superman makeout scene.
Yep. What's up?
I didn't get it with Zod and Man of Steel. Possibly Batman in this one. Maybe Aquaman.
And there's no one alive who could comprehend my sexual preference.
God damn it.
You let me have clips.
Oh man, fuck it.
Anyway,
I got a clip you could play.
fuck.
Um,
Quickly going off the rails. Quickly going off the fucking rails.
no, they are not.
No, they are absolutely not married.
Yeah, no.
I don't even know who the fuck Bear is. But hi, how are you? You're over here. Hi.
Bear, you never met Zach? Good times. Zach, you never met Bear?
Oh, sorry. No.
Good lord.
No.
I was like, wait, someone's talking to me. Oh shit.
No,
Excellent.
have not met.
No,
Maybe
because
someday. Maybe someday.
Yup.
Yeah.
Bear did not go with us on the trip. Oh man.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
didn't go up there with us. Yeah. She did come here though. She was here
Sure.
this
Yep.
last weekend. And that was fun.
Yep.
What
Always
else? What else, James? What else do you have topic-wise to talk about?
Well, y'all want to talk about the shit that happened with GameStop and now all that funness?
Oh no, I do not.
You don't want to?
Well, like that's a lot to unload.
It's
Zach,
so
Zach,
cool,
did you
though.
take out stock
Oh,
in
no.
GameStop?
I don't.
Is that
have
why you
any
are
stock in
laughing?
GameStop. If I had known what was going down before it went down, I probably would have.
That's
But-
exactly what I said.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but right now is absolutely the wrong time to buy stock in GameStop.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Even if you have the capability of doing so.
Right, which I mean,
Yeah.
Which
Robinhood
I
allows
warned
you to
people-
buy fractional stocks, so it's really easy to do that.
Hey,
I warned people that if they weren't careful with how they approach this shit, what was going to happen? I mean, look, not to get political, but look who we're under right now, administration wise. It's like they
Yeah.
will fuck people over, and they will be crooked as shit to make sure the little man doesn't get any say in stocks, which is very anti-capitalist. Which is very much like what the hedge funders are doing, which is also anti-capitalist, which
Hentai capitalist.
anti-capitalist.
Hentai.
I want to see that hentai.
God in heaven.
I don't know. I think a hentai that involves the stock market would be very interesting.
God in heaven.
I don't know. Have you seen Spice and Wolf? That is basically an anime only about economics, and it's got some spicy wolf chicks in it.
Yeah, you should watch Log
Interesting.
Horizon. It's basically objectivism to anime. It's awesome.
All right, next topic, Jax.
Well, Rhinos, you had.
No, he fucking said he had some shit he wanted to talk about. I'm letting him talk about it.
Okay.
I'm letting him bring it up. He knows I have a no politics fucking rule on this channel, though. You cunt.
Well, which we violate anyway, but whatever.
I violate it.
It's his channel, his rules.
No, you don't violate it. You just violate.
I do violate. This is true.
Because nobody can understand your sexual preferences.
This is true. Well, see,
I
Also,
feel violated.
for anyone who,
Good.
anyone listening right now who may not know, will you get out of the things?
Okay.
Leave the buttons alone. Stop with the buttons. Stop playing clips of shit.
I wasn't. I was just leaving it up for the opportune
I
time.
was. See? Yeah, but you don't have the clip for that because you didn't listen to me.
I did. I just didn't upload it yet.
Anyway. Fucking God. No, it's just all of us on this channel and the majority of the people that we stream with, we do have different views on things and so on and so forth. And our views on politics and our stances specifically in the political spectrum is not why all of us became friends. So it's not the things that we have in common to talk about for the most part. So that's why I don't like to bring it up all the time, because then it's like, okay, well, this and this, and then we're all kind of in this debate thing. And there's plenty of other channels to do that with, and there's plenty of other times to be able to debate certain things or whatever. And I don't care as much.
It's
I really don't.
The most we really get into talking about politics is just our mutual hate of authority. That's about it.
That too. So point being, this is just for anyone that might be listening or whatever. That's why usually if there is something going on, it wasn't me telling Jags this or telling Zach this or whatever. It's just if there is anything going on and you do end up watching our thing and we barely touch on it, like with the stock market thing just now, and we barely just go, yeah, hey, this is some shit that happened. All right. And then we just kind of move on. That's really why. I think Jags is probably the only one of us that actually really truly gives a shit about a lot of it. So we're here more so like as a place that you can go and talk about everything else because you're bombarded with all this bullshit throughout the week anyway.
And it's nice
You
to
can
talk
talk
about
about
some
other shit
other
here.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Just
speaking
unload.
of other shit, that is not
Speaking
shit.
of shit,
That's not shit.
what do you got?
Are y'all they did announce that Godzilla versus King Kong was going to be
Yep.
on HBO Max for about 30 days, and I'm not sure if it's going to be in theaters, but they said that all through March.
It is though, isn't it?
It may. I'm not sure. I'll have to check again. But I was going through HBO Max last night and everything, just to see what they got and all that.
Yeah.
They have a ton of Showa era Godzilla, and I showed my girlfriend, who has never seen this stuff. I showed her after Man of Steel, Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla.
Jesus Christ.
Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
I cannot
Don't-
3D print
don't
one
look-
like this.
Don't put that evil on me.
So you showed her
Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, the original one.
what'd she think?
She thought it was funny as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I got a kick out of it because that's the very first Godzilla movie I ever saw.
Really?
It's
Yeah,
not
I
even
even
the best
told me-
Mechagodzilla.
Yeah, it isn't, but it's still fun
Yeah.
because it has my boy King Caesar in it, who is very underappreciated.
He keeps
Right.
talking about King Caesar. He keeps
King
bringing
Caesar's
it
my
up.
boy.
I have the biggest soft spot for freaking Kiryu.
Who?
The second, I believe it was second iteration of Mechagodzilla.
From Wrath of Godzilla or from the 80s and 90s period?
The 80s to 90s period.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
The one that was made from the like fucking bones of Godzilla.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But they also
Fucking
got a
badass.
Godzilla anime coming out, and not that janky, ugly ass, weird, set in the future, go back to Earth. Looks the animation straight from Berserk, Godzilla.
Now I heard someone say that the Netflix Godzilla stuff was supposed to be a follow-up. Now I'm not sure if this is true. A follow-up with Shin Godzilla.
I have no clue if that's true or not. I could not follow that fucking movie at all. It was just
Shin Godzilla, you couldn't?
no, the anime ones.
Oh, okay. So like, it's pretty fucking straightforward. It's very much
Shin Godzilla.
big old ugly thing comes out of the water and destroys a bunch of shit.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I've seen Shin Godzilla.
Yeah, it's pretty bitchin'.
Yeah, I hear it's good. I just hadn't had a chance to go around and watch it yet.
He does like a Doomsday thing where like Doomsday every time he gets beat up he fucking mutates into something bigger and stronger. It's
Oh my
pretty
God.
cool.
Super Saiyan rules. Every time he gets defeated, he comes back stronger.
Yeah. So
That's
that's
a
what
super
Godzilla did in
sandwich.
this one. He super sandwich. God in heaven.
Faggot.
No, every time he like he's like a larva. He's like Godzilla larva, and he's like got these little bullshit chicken arms and shit in the first place, and then every time he gets fucked up, he fucking gets. Are you gonna play a thing for him too? You gonna do it?
I don't know.
Fuck's sake! Do it!
I'm hearing-
Oh, Faye didn't get one.
Son of a Protestant whore!
Hi, Fade.
That's the same one that Zach got.
I don't
though.
have a lot of clips yet.
Yeah. See, you blew them all
I
already.
sent you a
fucking-
video, Snoots.
I'm not watching that video. I've seen it before, you fuck.
You blew your load, man.
Now, excuse me for a second because I gotta do my inner nerd here to Zamas here for a second.
To
When you were
what?
talking about the Mega Godzilla iteration, you know how it was made from the bones of Godzilla. Were you talking about Kiryu or the 1990s Godzilla against Mega Godzilla?
Kiryu.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to be sure. I'm like, wait a minute. What? And you were saying it was around 80s and 90s. It was about 90s to 2000 is when that one got released, I think.
I don't know exactly what year it got released.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm not a really big nerd about that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Did
I
you
was trying
actually?
to-
But you can ask me any question about space.
Okay. Cool.
God in heaven, Faye.
I'm hearing a shit ton of
I'm
background
sorry,
noise from
I couldn't
somebody.
resist, man.
It's
All right,
fair.
my inner nerd was
Sorry.
screaming at me. I'm sorry.
So, Faye, you literally got. God damn it!
You got
So,
out of the chat and
Fade-
onto the stream.
Fade has known about
Yeah.
this show for a few days now, and he was in the chat, and he knows he was invited on, but he only
Yeah, I
came
was.
on because he had to try to correct somebody about fucking Godzilla.
Well, no, I was trying to freaking get my computer working, and my computer wasn't. And then I was hearing you guys talk about Godzilla.
Excuses,
Exactly.
you fucking silly.
Good lord!
But yeah,
Hold
that
on.
My
was
freaking computer was
that
like on
was
the
what I
flip
meant
right
when I
then.
said that I had a soft spot for Kiryu. Is I was talking about Kiryu,
Gotcha.
and I have no
Okay.
idea exactly what iteration of Mechagodzilla that was.
Honestly, if I just see a dude in a monster rubber suit and just destroying shit, I got a soft spot for it.
Can't blame
Yeah.
you guys on that.
You
I-
probably
I-
have a.
Sure, it's not a hard spot.
You sure it's not a wet spot?
Why the fuck
Only
did
for
you
you.
guys
No,
even
that's
invite me
paid
here if
for,
you're gonna steal all my jokes before I can say them?
Oh,
If
I-
anything, we're just on the same page.
the future
No,
is
I
now.
paid my
Same
money
wavelength.
for Kenny Tartakovsky animations like Samurai Jack and Primal, which is on HBO Max.
Stop plugging other people's shit while we're making jokes.
So
Fuck
go
you!
watch
Everyone
that.
needs to watch Primal. It's
Go
underrated.
watch that instead.
God,
Hey, is Primal's on HBO Max?
Yeah. Oh,
Is
first
it?
season is anyway.
Did I know that?
I don't know.
Oh,
Is the
guess
second
what
season
else?
out yet?
Guess what
It's
else
Pri-
is on HBO
Is
Max?
Primal the one with the like caveman who befriended the dinosaur?
Yeah.
Okay, I saw like a pilot or something for that.
Yeah, it's like a spiritual prequel to Encino Man.
That's awesome, even though it is scientifically impossible.
Encino Man?
That was good, Mike. That was good. It's like if Flintstones got a gritty reboot.
Wait.
Wait. Zach, hold on now. Wait a second. Something just occurred to me. Zach, I know for a goddamn fact that you are a Transformers fan. Right?
Who told?
Right?
Who told?
Now hold on now.
Show your background or your freaking wall of Transformers.
I know because we can smell our own. Now look. You just fucking said Primal. You're like, hey, it's a caveman guy who like befriended a dinosaur. Yeah, that's pretty cool, but it's totally scientifically impossible. Meanwhile, I love Transformers. Come on, dude.
Tell us about the rabbits, Cup.
God
Tell
damn,
us about the
You
rabbits.
shut up.
Goddamn, James can't even.
You
James
guys,
can't
you
even
guys.
like Primal because it has this thing that's this thing, and they don't exist at the same time.
Meanwhile, you have
But meanwhile,
Dinobots
you like a bunch of
asking
shit
about-
that doesn't exist at all.
Yeah, Primal has fucking magic in it, and of course I can make it because I'm about to write a comic book that's pretty damn similar to the concept.
No. Hold on.
That's called
Zach.
It's called Bite Off, a comic book that is.
Blow me.
Anyway, I was just defending you, Jags. Fucking that shit though,
Are
like
we
straight
sure
up.
about
Zach
that,
was like,
though,
that
Mike?
shit never. There's no way dinosaurs and cavemen. And meanwhile, I could tell. I'm like, dude, you know goddamn well if you just adjusted your camera, you're surrounded by.
There's no goddamn way that machines.
There's Transformers
live
and
like this,
Gundams
man.
and Wolf Girls and all kinds of shit floating around your fucking house. But you're like,
Monosity
nope,
particles are not real. This is scientifically inaccurate.
caveman is where I draw the line.
Wait, hold on. Just a real quick. As he wears a brony Doctor Who shirt.
Does he? Is he? Zach,
What?
take it off and show us.
Oh, he has to take it off?
Yeah.
That's the rule.
Yeah.
Well, I was talking about his pants, but I would like to see his shirt too. He would have to stand up to do both, so I figured while you're up there.
I don't have to stand up to do either.
Okay. You're gonna have to adjust that fucking camera there, then, guy. God in heaven, do it! I dare you. Do it. Do it. I want to hear hot, sweaty man ass
Like, nope.
squeaking across that fucking leather.
Hey, Lazarus.
And
no Lazarus.
Fade left out of jealousy. He's
Fade
like,
leave?
I'm the only one allowed to get naked for Mike.
Aw.
Oh, glad to see he's back.
You broke his heart. You broke Fade's heart, Mike.
No.
You cheated on
Fade-
him.
That's the thing though, Fade. I like you shirtless. I like him pantsless. I want to be able to
Wait, why do you want me pantsless?
swap you guys like those
No, not
Marvel,
you
those
pantsless.
Marvel
Shirtless.
matchups.
Oh, okay.
So then we're gonna do that, and it's gonna be you shirtless and Zach pantsless, and it's gonna work.
Stop. Sorry.
Feed your
Hey,
good
Deb.
boy.
No, it's Daisy now.
Yeah, you can feed
Daisy's
Slade,
messing with
too.
the cat.
Feed your gay girl. Your good girl.
God in heaven. Anyway,
Even she agrees with that.
I know it did not add rump to this.
Do you want me to
stream.
put the
I'm
link
like,
thing in the
this
chat
today.
now?
what? Put what in the what now?
The link in the chat?
Yeah, do it in the chat. Do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Do it.
worried now.
Hi, Daisy.
Do it.
I'm aroused already.
You know, Bear, when you have a bunch of animals and shit floating around, you know there is a mute button as well.
Yeah.
Just saying. There is. And it's for things like that. Anywho. So,
Fester.
oh, Whitey's in the...
Annoy Mike.
Mhm.
Annoy Mike. Make your animal sound, Fester. You worthless
Fester?
cat. Yeah, Fester.
My God.
Fester.
Snoot's chapless?
What the hell?
You don't wear chaps.
I don't wear chaps.
She's perpetually chapless just for you, Wise.
Fuck.
Just
Oh,
for you,
okay.
Wise.
And for the people rewatching this.
Oh, yeah, you know what? I keep forgetting that not everyone is paying attention to the fucking... We're just talking to the chat, and everyone else on here is like, okay, well,
Yeah.
yes, whatever.
Is that a joke that I'm Texan? Like,
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Mhm. Is it? I didn't take
Wise?
it that way.
That or
Wise,
he
you better come on
asked
here
his
to
cat,
explain
and he
yourself,
just
buddy.
Didn't understand.
It's true. Anywho, hey, James,
Alright.
Yes.
any other ridiculous topics that you had?
Before we start
Uh,
on actual things.
Well, Johnny Quest
Real
is
things
also
of
on.
substance and
Well,
value.
Johnny Quest, the original one, is on here, and you know, I just went back and just started watching like old like Hanna-Barbera nostalgic shows and everything like that. Boy, Johnny Quest is fucking violent. How'd they get away with that in the '60s?
The 60s.
Well, it was the 60s, yeah.
Yeah. People were doing coke. Right? And a lot of other
Did
things.
you just ask me?
I don't know.
Wild accusations. Everybody was on coke, right?
Usually
You said something
whenever we
about coke.
watch like old...
Like, no, I was just saying coke was huge in the 60s. The drink.
No, Coke was big in like the '70s and '80s. In the '60s, everybody was on LSD and shrooms and pot.
Everyone. Absolutely
Everyone.
every person.
Yes, everyone.
Yep.
James
that's
would
it.
know because he was live back
Because
then.
James,
Why does
because
60s
James
was
would
the
know.
fucking lamest fucking decade ever, right next to the '90s.
God damn it. Don't
start.
What are you doing? Don't look things up.
No.
They're working on making
Go
a
back to it then.
psilocybin nasal spray.
What happened? I missed what was going on.
Can't
Oh,
What happened?
give me
Nasal
nothing.
spray?
Newt
Nothing.
Mike's ass again. And we are...
I'm trying to remember if there's anything else.
He's
Like,
walked away from the fucking...
Oh, that reminds me, too. You said King Caesar was going to be on the Kong animated series, right? Jigs or...
Huh?
What?
Oh, I thought someone said King Caesar was going to be on the animated series of Kong.
Dude, if that's true, then that anime series is already fucking great. I
Yeah,
mean,
the
it's
question
already a
is-
Godzilla anime series. It's not in that janky ass 3D animation style, but you know, hell, let's do it.
Well, also,
Which one was
you
King
Caesar?
gotta remember too.
idea.
They're doing Godzilla Singular Point too on there as well, and that's a 2D animation.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, that one's it's actually coming out sometime this year, I believe. So
Oh, that's the name of the actual anime that's coming out. Okay, yeah,
yeah, Godzilla Singularity Point.
yeah, that's the one I've been looking forward to.
Yes, especially since they got Jet Jaguar in there.
Fucking Jet Jaguar.
Your mom's Jet
Yes.
Jaguar.
You're
He's
a
got
Jet
big
Jaguar.
Jet Jaguar is awesome. He is
Yeah.
literally designed by a little kid who won an art contest, and he rocks.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Are you ready for that announcement you were gonna talk about?
Well, I was...
Hold on, should I take my pants
Before
off
we
for
do
it?
that-
No.
Well, before we do that, Mike,
What?
shouldn't we congratulate Snoots
On what?
on that
I didn't
thing?
do anything.
Who said janky ass 3D animation?
Me,
Oh. Wise wants your explanation for that.
janky
So
ass.
that should be good for the rest of the show.
Oh, the janky ass 3D animation for the Godzilla for the 3 animated Godzilla movies on Netflix.
Oh
I
god,
liked
that
it.
was horrible.
I liked it.
I did not like the Mega Godzilla design in that at all.
I thought it was groundbreaking.
Bullshit.
No, that's
You
only
thought it
because
was
Godzilla was buried
groundbreaking.
under the little fucking ground.
Groundbreaking. Second only to Knights of Sidonia.
Get out of here.
Really?
That's what it's called, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now I know you're making shit up now.
What? Knights
No,
of Sidonia.
it was janky animation because it was 3D human models and everything like that, but it didn't mocap
Yep.
it. They did puppetry with everything like that, and it looks awkward as fuck. And
It
in fact,
does.
I hate 3D. I hate how they do the shading on 3D and everything like that with anime, and it looks fucking awful. Very, very few animation studios can do the 3D cell shading perfectly.
Mm.
And they sure as shit didn't do it for Berserk.
All right.
But as I was saying
Anyway,
before,
back
should
to
we not-
your whole
Fuck!
comment on things, Mike.
Huh?
You were saying about congratulating Snoots or
I
whatever.
wasn't saying shit. That was
I
Jake.
was saying
Okay.
that.
Okay,
Should we
so
not
Jake was saying
congratulate
shit.
Snooze
Okay.
because she did a piece and got recognized by someone very, very famous.
Yeah. Woo.
Define famous.
As in one of the biggest actresses on the planet right now.
Well,
Well,
Rosie
one of the
O'Donnell?
most liked.
Oh.
No.
Mm.
Metaphorically big.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. She is fairly
I
tall.
see
you
how
know.
it is.
Hey,
Room,
Senor
everybody
Whitey.
talks about Rosie O'Donnell. Okay.
wait, you want what now?
I enter the room and everybody talks about Rosie O'Donnell. I'm offended.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
she's
listen.
a woman compared to you, Senor Whitey.
Well,
Since when is Rosie O'Donnell a woman?
we didn't want to talk about your mom, though, is the thing. We were trying to be polite.
Yeah.
Whew. Shots fired over that bow.
We didn't play a thing for him.
You want to play a thing for him?
We don't have any good ones for him.
I don't know.
I sent you guys a
Oh.
video.
No. You know what?
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
Just
And
play
we're
a
about to
crack-
be joined by this guy, and here's some shit.
Ah, the return of the Y-boner with a vengeance.
Yay! Everyone welcome Senior Whitey. Senior.
Since
Whitey.
he's Senior Whitey McBlankface, I would have just played like
Man,
a
I
Cuban cracker commercial.
Well, we
Feels
only
feeling
have,
left out
like,
with all those
7
video
things.
intros.
And that's the only one we haven't done yet.
All right, so we need to
I'm
find a
glad that I
salty
got
cracker
olive oil.
commercial.
Okay, so Senior Whitey gets one and I get jack shit.
You got one.
And yes.
I did?
Yeah, didn't you get one? Fade got
Yeah,
one.
but it was a
Yeah,
repeat.
Fed got one. It was.
Why is this very correct? It was Gina Carano, by the way.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a part of Gino Chrono Appreciation Day.
Do you have that
and,
pulled up, Jags?
I can pull it up real quick.
Well, what fucking... Okay, so I want for... Especially for Jags, since he's the one who comes up with topics and shit throughout the week.
Mm-hmm.
He's our... well, him and Bear specifically are supposed to be like our eyes and ears. The fingers on the pulses of humanity during the week while we're trying to work.
So their video
and
clip
fucking
needs to
off
be
over
what's
here.
a stitch with Impossible.
No. Well, maybe for Bear,
Oh,
but
God.
she's more girder than anything. But
True.
but I would like a video clip of Scar in the "Be Prepared" song, where it's just like "Be prepared," because every time I'm like, okay, so do you have something to pull up for that, or do you have one of those things? Oh, hold on, let me pull it up real quick. Fuck, fucking, we were trying to do something professional here, man.
Well,
We
you
should
guys,
definitely show a "Be Prepared."
No
thing.
offense.
No. No one ever says no offense and means no offense.
Are you
It's
really?
just like
That's
I'm
why
about
I
to
know
piss you
that.
off, and I don't want the consequences. That's what that means.
No offense, but nice cock, bro.
You son of a bitch.
Oh.
You know I'm very sensitive about how pretty and shiny my cock is. Very sensitive about that. I was born like this. I can't help it. Bioluminescence runs in my family.
I was thinking more like Goldmember or something like that.
Oh, I was thinking like
normal. Your dick is just like shiny as fuck.
It glows like the aurora borealis. It's brighter. It glows
Multicolored
brighter the
and
colder it is.
Whip it out.
You wake up and it's like a curtain, just a curtain over you of light, shimmering light.
All right, Jags, you have that stuff ready.
It's like if the end of it isn't like a giant spider trying to kill that lady, looking into the deadlights, looking at the deadlights, but it ends in rape instead. Right?
Okay.
I'm just describing my penis. Where else do you describe your penis
Are
if
you-
not on your YouTube channel?
Mike, are you admitting that your penis is
All right.
the UFOs that diddle people in the butts?
I mean, I wasn't gonna bring it up, but
I'm just trying
My
to
we don't talk about our day jobs on here, Jags.
Listen, you are causing the U.S. Navy a lot of trouble, and I'm getting phone calls for it, and I'm very confused. Why?
Okay, well, I've caused the U.S. Navy a lot of pleasure too, so they owe this to me.
All right, can we stop talking about dildos when we start talking about
Let's
you?
talk about
Yes, the day.
We're talking about all right,
Mario penises.
Jake, do things.
Yes. Snoots made
Yes.
an excellent fucking picture
Mm.
of Gina Carano as Cara Dune from The
Thank you.
Mandalorian. And it is
Nice.
awesome. It is absolutely fucking awesome.
Indeed.
So,
Tell us a little
what?
bit about it. Snoots, the artist.
Yeah.
I don't.
Okay. Yeah, talk about your art, Snoots. Come on, Snoots. Now she's
Okay.
getting all bashful. This entire time while we were talking, and I keep telling her, what the fuck is happening? Who's beating their family with pots and pans?
That might be me.
Fair.
Not it.
Is that you, Fade?
Maybe.
Are you fucking serious right now?
God damn it,
no,
Fade.
No, it's not me. I'm in my room. So I'm nowhere near a kitchen
Christ
right now.
almighty.
I'm gonna
All
be
right.
courteous and mute myself.
So, point being, this entire time where I'm like, fucking, will you knock that shit off, bruh? She's off fucking around tweeting and shit when we're on this fucking stream and she took a big old fucking selfie and then sat there and cropped it instead of just taking a picture of the one thing in the room she wanted to have in a picture. She did a big old fat fucking selfie with my dumb ass over on the side, and then she cropped it down to one single specific fucking thing on her desk.
Hey.
And now I'm like, hey, it's your turn to talk about yourself. And she's like, no, don't bring me up. I'm shy.
Don't be a dick.
What the fuck?
The picture didn't rotate, and I didn't feel like rotating it anyway.
All right, I'll leave
So-
it in. Snoots, did you use a model for this?
Yes and no. I found a good pinup pose that I liked, and I utilized that, and I ended up
Was
the
it the one
pinup
hanging
that
over your bed?
I don't have one hanging over my bed, thank you.
It's a body pillow.
Shut up.
No, so we looked up like what, because we collaborate on all the stuff that we do together essentially as a
Yep.
brand. And we looked up like a bunch of different like classic, because
So
we
actually,
weren't,
That was Mike
What's up?
doing the pose.
that
Yeah,
one was
Mike
me. Yeah.
posed for it.
Well, like
Yeah,
we
that was
did do, like with Wonder Woman, we used my wife, right? We actually had her pose for it. But with this one here, there's been a lot of people doing Cara Dune, and there's been a lot of like super tough girl, kind of things. But I remember like I was a Gina Carano fan from back when she was fighting, and she was always like in the interviews and the weigh-ins and shit like that. She's always like this cute little, like she's such a sweet person, and she always has this like cute little smile, and she's very feminine, But a lot of it, they're always doing a picture of her, which I'm not ragging on any of the art. All the art is really good, but they always show her as like this super like badass. Like even actually one dude commented on it, was like, she's fucking jacked, bro, and this shit looks like makes her look like really small. And it's like, well, I'm just thinking that she probably would appreciate someone still seeing her as being feminine and actually trying to show that as well, but also being that she's an inspiring person. The pinup thing and the banner underneath it is meant to be like inspiration. So we were looking at what is more of a, instead of being a like sexy, what is more of a like classy feminine one. So we focus on that pose there. She drew the whole fucking thing herself, but it was like reference for what type of pose. Yeah, and then with the Y wings, actually, we were looking for like we need a good shot of a Y wing from a specific angle we want, right? Because we were thinking like, ooh, if we had this and we had the Rebel insignia behind her, and then the some Y wings kind of taking off, do a real like wartime pinup kind of thing. So we found
a good choice making it the Y wings too, because pinup girls were mostly drawn on bombers, while fighters
Exactly.
Precisely.
Our original idea, and I've told a lot of people on Twitter this. We originally wanted to do it on the side of a bomber, and we thought that maybe making the bombers in the background instead, and just putting the emphasis on the pinup would be a wiser choice. And I feel like it was. But, like, growing up and playing the Star Wars games, Y-Wings were my fucking favorite because they're the bombers. You can go in and just fucking wreck house. I fucking love the Y-Wings. So, yeah, we absolutely included that shit.
Too.
Yeah, they're fucking badass. So, point being, we found a really good reference for a Y-Wing, like the underside of a Y-Wing, so we can make it look like it's, like, taken off kind of thing. So, she got the reference, and she went through and essentially drew all the highlights and drew all that kind of shit off of that reference is what it was. So yes, it was all drawn by hand, but like a lot of artists and shit, apparently, from what I have heard now, will tell you always use some type of a reference.
Yeah.
So that's what she did.
If they don't use a reference, they're either lying or that's the one trick pony that they can do. So
yeah.
Also, and then this emphasizes like the best parts of Star Wars, and it's the parts of Star Wars that aren't trying to be Star Wars. Like, you know, when Star Wars is always being like a reference to like World War I or World War II, or like Westerns and samurai flicks, that's when it's like the most interesting. And this piece like really nails that.
And we also did the for the banner underneath it, because pinups
call out to Alderaan.
Yeah, see, there you go. The pinups were always supposed to be like inspiring, essentially, like, hey, remember what you're fighting for back home, boys, like that kind of a shit, right? Or, you know, just for inspiration. And her trip is that she is from Alderaan. She was off world when it was destroyed, and that's kind of a lot of her motivation. So a lot of the crew that she was with and whatnot were a lot of other soldiers that were like, fucking send me in the fucking suck. I'm gonna go kill some fucking Imperials because they destroyed my planet. So that's why we did the for Alderaan underneath it as well. I think that's a good little touch to actually really make it seem like an actual wartime thing.
Yeah, fuck for Jeddah for Alderaan, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one gives a shit about Jeddah.
Well, Alderaan, I think kind of, when you think about it, Alderaan got it
kind of overshadows. Alderaan, the entire fucking planet kind of overshadows Jeddah.
Yeah.
That shitty outlaws trade city.
Yeah. So anyway, so there's that. That was our thing. Cool. Does anyone have any other questions about that? I know Wise is talking about Clone Wars had Padme on one of their things. I thought that was kind of strange, actually, when they did that.
Yeah, because who specifically likes Padme Amidala? And then again, she was very much for civil rights and clone rights and stuff like that. So
but I mean,
but she was also like there at the first Battle of Geonosis where the clones actually went down. So she is a little bit of a hero of the Republic, you know, in the clone side.
This is true.
Like, she's constantly getting into battles and stuff like that, you know, with the clones on her side.
Very much involved in the clones.
Do you think it's implying that maybe Padme actually did do the Betty Page thing and like actually pose for it? You think?
I don't know. Maybe.
Do you think?
I wouldn't put it past her.
Do you think Anakin would have allowed that though?
Oh my god! If Anakin accidentally shared some nudes.
You know, I think Anakin would actually be okay with it if it was tasteful.
I don't think so. Anakin was a very protective, very jealous dude.
This is true.
Like, legit, Anakin. Yeah. That shit was brewing since he was a fucking kid. You know? She essentially took the place of his mom, you know, so.
Yeah, but I think, you know, like with, you know, his soldiers and the clone and everything, and the clone troopers and everything like that being like his soldiers and men under his thing, like, he would be very okay with them having like someone that inspires him or whatever.
You think he wants his clones to want to fuck his old lady?
No, not that far. I'm saying, if it
You
was
mean
done
to tell me those
tastefully-
clones have a pin up of Padme on their thing and don't want to fuck her? They don't know she's
Well, come
dating
on.
the most dangerous person in the
Dude,
fucking
anyone
galaxy.
who-
They don't know that shit.
Dude, anyone who walks by the actress that plays Padme wants to fuck her. So, come on now.
Oh shit! Up!
Oh.
All right. If I remember, Anakin had a look at it. I think there's a deleted clip where he suggests they remove it. Oh, so there's that.
Well, that answers the question.
Anyone know anything about that? Zach,
Nope.
you got beat on a deleted clip.
This is the stream where we would need Shiny and his weird Star Wars knowledge for that.
Yeah,
Because he knows all things Clone Wars, apparently.
he does know all things Clone
I
Wars.
bet you they probably get bit-ups of like Era Sakura and Shakti and stuff like that too.
Oh my god, Shakti!
Shakti was so underutilized in fucking Clone Wars, and she's great.
Did I say that out loud?
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
Sorry. Anyway, moving on.
That's kind of weird. What about the?
Luminara was
What
cool
about
too.
Yaddle?
That was none.
I got
No.
pinned up on the
No.
Yaddle. Stop pushing buttons.
I didn't push anything yet.
I know you were gonna though.
Oh God,
You got
Mike, really?
Yeah,
Really, Mike?
yeah, but it'd be like on like a swamp speeder or something.
I can see that.
She's got like a bathrobe, like half open, like a cigarette hanging out of her mouth.
Oh my god, yes.
It's like, you're
Look
the
like
fourth
the main
one today.
character.
All right, get on the couch. Like
No,
that kind of shit.
On the couch, get on.
Fourth one today, you are. On the couch, you get on.
Light my cigarette, I will.
On me, you get off.
This is making me
Right? Because they don't pay extra to do it in. So it's. See?
Oh my god.
Okay.
Thank you. This has been Black Flag Podcast.
Come on, that was good. That was good. Come on.
All right.
Oh, excuse me, no one's laughing. Because do we have to fart this time for you guys to laugh? Is that what
Fuck
happened?
off. Lightly go fuck off.
Yeah. Try to bring some good, wholesome, clean humor. in it.
Are we sure that was clean
Yeah.
humor or dirty humor?
Yeah.
Either one.
Fucking.
But yeah,
little
but that's not the.
washed
But that's
up
not just the
half-lizard
big.
people.
But Snoots having drawn that picture is pretty cool and everything like that. She got a bunch of likes on it, but it's not necessarily that she got a bunch of likes. It's one particular like she got from it. Share screen.
No.
Fuck's sake. Stop doing the big
Mike,
reveal
do
shit
it.
and just fucking talk.
Yeah, Gina Carano ended up
Yeah,
seeing it.
Gina did.
Yeah, Jen.
Yeah,
ended up
she
doing it.
actually, she was the first one to say anything. I posted that shit up in the first place, and it was like
That's
5 minutes, and she was the first one to fucking say something. It was
Yeah.
great.
Gina really,
Yeah.
Gina really does like. She's kind of like with those people like Zack Snyder and everything like that, where she's really fucking cool with the fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is why people
She's
like
a good rod.
Uh huh.
Yep.
I like her.
Yep.
She's a good lady. I
Classy
have
lady.
horrible things.
Oh, be
Terrible
nice.
things.
Okay.
What?
Oh my.
Not that she does terrible. I would do horrible things to her, or allow her to do terrible things to me. It's fine.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Whatever she's gotta do.
Any
Okay,
chance of Gina
Mike.
getting on this channel now is now gone.
Oh, that's right.
Exactly.
That's right. You were delusional enough to think that Gina fucking Carano would ever be on this channel. Are you kidding me? It's a pain in the ass to get Fade on this fucking channel.
Hey,
People
hey,
on
hey.
Rubio's
I'm not
channel.
that much of a pain in the ass.
Even
Like,
Wise
computer
blew
doesn't
us
do
off.
anything.
Wise blew us off for quesadillas. You think fucking Gina Carano's gonna come on? No.
To be fair, I think I'm the reason we're not going to get guests on this channel.
Do what?
I'm the reason we're not going to get guests on this channel of like celebrity status.
This is
Oh,
true.
that ongoing.
She's gonna
rivalry
look through like the
between
previous videos. She's gonna be like, "Oh Jesus, my career cannot take this."
I thought
We
I
need to
was
do,
the
like-
celebrity to come on.
You are.
No,
Yeah.
senior whitey, if anything.
I don't know. Bear's got quite the following.
She does.
I'm a celebrity in my own mind.
Does it count if we're on others' channels? Because then we could like put Raging Golden Eagle and others on that list.
Nope.
You know what? If I could be real for a second, I feel like Bear is the most social person. To be real. I feel like Bear is the most social person on this panel right now. Like we all stay in front of our computers, and Bear is actually a people person.
Yet she is the one who has talked the least this entire time.
Yeah,
I know.
see that happening.
But that's why, because we're talking geek culture, and Bear's just like,
I'm just happy to be
Bear
here.
likes geek stuff.
yeah.
She
Bear's
likes
just like, I like tacos.
yeah.
Which is what I'm making for dinner.
Cupcake.
Thank you.
You're making tacos?
Oh, you
Yeah.
lucky. Oh, I would love to have
Sorry,
some
guys.
tacos.
We just fed you tacos, Bear.
Guys,
Yeah,
guys,
and I
need you-
love them so much. I'm gonna
You
have
just
some
had
more,
tacos.
and I want
Oh.
more.
Whoa,
We
we
just
lost our
made-
cracker.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
we lost him.
No. Whitey.
I feel like I need to get a Lopez intro for hers. But okay, guys, I need you guys to know that
Uh-oh.
Bear likes tacos so much she had them for her wedding.
This
It's
is
true. It was my only demand.
Yes.
Yeah. They had tacos for their wedding. And it wasn't like some janky ass wedding. It was actually a really nice wedding they had.
Yeah.
Just happened
It
to
was
have tacos.
beautiful. It just happened to be catered with fucking tacos, yeah.
And she damn
You
near
know
threatened the caterer to make sure there was no cilantro in it so Mike could eat it.
It's
Yeah.
true.
It was
Whoa.
very
Wait, Mike doesn't like cilantro? What the hell, Mike?
he's allergic
It'll
to
kill
cilantro.
him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then I take that
Yeah.
back.
What asshole put
You guys need to
cilantro
not
on
tell
taco?
people ways to kill me.
Listen,
Well, now I
adapt and
know of a
overcome.
way to kill you, so keep an eye open on your P.O. box for cilantro.
You know those Okay,
Just
so-
open it, we'll get a friggin' bag of green.
anyone remember those the old like trick things? It's like a little yellow envelope and it's got like a I don't know, it's like a paper clip and a fucking rubber band inside, and it's like rattlesnake eggs, and you wind it up and you close
Yeah.
it, right? Does anyone else remember that
Yeah.
shit?
No.
I don't.
I just pictured someone
Yes.
sending me something like that, but like they crushed up and powdered cilantro and stuck a bunch in there.
Yeah.
So when I open it, it fucking fans it all up in my face.
Yeah, that was
That
my
would be terrible.
plan to send. That's
Like a cilantro
how I
aerosol.
was gonna
Yeah.
send it to you, Mike. Was in powdered forms. That way, when
That's
you,
what I was immediately thinking of, like how people would do the arsenic scares and stuff like that.
Or like
the
those
friggin-
the glitter bombs and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but do like cilantro for you.
Why did you laugh?
So
Yeah.
I have to open if we ever do like a fan PO box or something like that.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna have to open that shit.
Yeah, but everyone knows that it's gonna. If wait. You mean you're gonna have to open up the box specifically, or open up everything we get in there?
Open up everything we get.
Yeah, but fans that come on to any of this specifically for me, do you really want to open all the shit they would send me?
No, but because I care about
Do
you
you really?
and
wanna
I
open
care
all
about
that
whether or not you would get poisoned, I'd be willing to do so.
It's like send me things that has been in your butt.
Mike, I'm pretty sure the things that they sing you aren't allowed to U.S. mail.
That's not true.
I mean, a rhino
Are you
tail
sure
butt
James
plug.
would be the one
Well,
to
would
first
be
make-
able
off,
to
I
send.
know
Come
it's
back-
true, Mike,
I'd
because the
wear it.
number one thing you love is whiskey, and guess what? You can't send through the mail.
No, you said the number one thing, sir. The number two. The number one thing would be a rhino tail butt plug.
I would like one of those.
Okay, that shouldn't be allowed through the mail.
But it's
He
perfectly
an actual
fucking
rhino
legal.
tail.
It is perfectly fucking legal. Yeah, that would be awesome. It'd be like Eeyore, but like a rhino.
Yeah.
You know, he keeps losing his tail. And you gotta tack it. Someone's
Yeah.
gotta go plug it in his ass afterwards.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
poor
You
Heather.
mean like how
I
when
don't even need
Christopher
help.
Robin actually
Oh,
hammers
God,
in and
those
nails
rhinos.
that donkey's ass?
Yeah. See?
Put it in my ass.
See? It's not. Don't kink shame me. This has been
I'm
a
not
thing
kink
since
shaming.
the
Jags
40s
is
or whatever
kink
the
shaming.
fuck.
Jags is saying your kink should be illegal.
No, I'm not saying
See?
that.
This is why I don't like talking politics on this channel.
Because you don't get your donkey tail dildo, huh?
Because Jags is gonna be on here. Sir, donkey or rhino tail butt plug.
Actually,
your rhino tail butt. You don't get your rhino tail butt plug. Therefore, fucking Civil War.
Stop
Yeah,
it.
sure.
Jesus Christ.
the Rhino Wars will begin. Mike will be the head leader of
the dildo wars.
Rhino butt plug fraction.
Yeah, I don't see a problem here.
Baldo?
This is-
No, I'll send him a Moby. Go look up
See,
what a
we-
Moby is. I'll
we
send
can
him a
talk
Moby.
civilly.
We're civil.
No, you're
I
not.
was gonna say that's
They're
don't wanna be
far
fucking
from the
Cletus.
truth for all of us.
Okay. What else
So
we got
you ready
going on?
for your professional announcement?
This
or
was
no?
kind of fun. I was kind of writing this out.
Okay.
It's pretty good so far.
Butt plugs. They're the best.
Well, aside from the butt plug talk,
What's up?
I don't know. I was really, truly hoping that one of
This
the
entire
backers might have
conversation
joined us
has
on this.
become a
This is
pain in
pretty
the
good,
ass.
he really does just start in the middle of someone fucking saying something.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was gonna grab that clip.
He really does do that, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Like there wasn't even like a pause. It was like the middle of a word, and he started talking.
Wait, keep going.
I did that one on purpose.
So he says that he did that one on purpose, but he didn't. Actually
Hi, my name is Jags.
Ah, there it is. You see that?
Yeah, that's how that
good
works.
stuff. That's all good fun. That's all good fun. Zach is tuned us out.
Interruption.
He has. He is very much our male Heather in this regard.
Aw, Zach, are you a male Heather?
I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
Male, like opposite of female, or I guess on the other side of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Female, whatever the fuck that would be. Heather being my wife, who you just spent last weekend with. I was there. Everyone, that sounded really weird when it came out, but I was there.
He was watching.
I was rooting for him. I was in the closet with my rhino tail. No, that's not even okay. So I can make these jokes, but rest assured, I'm not cuckolded by fucking Zach. But yeah. Anyway,
Awkward sounds.
I know, right?
Sounding insecure, Mike.
Point being, Heather has this this wife thing that she does where she just tunes Mike out when he starts going really fucking pervy for a bit. When he starts talking about butt plugs and shit, she's like, "So for dinner, I'm gonna make." She just completely tunes him out.
She likes
So
to keep it a surprise.
Zach is sitting there, idle and listening, and we made the joke of, "Oh, he's the male Heather now. He has now tuned us out." Being we have been talking about butt plugs, you guys are clued in.
I'm just, like, I'm just here to say inappropriate things, and there isn't any space for me to say anything inappropriate in the conversation right now, so.
Because everything's more inappropriate than where you were going in the first place?
Well, I mean.
Or because Jags will interrupt you?
Maybe all of the above. It's just hard to get a word in edgewise, that's all.
Oh.
Jags.
You can. Not Jags. There we go. Zach. You can talk, Zach. You got something to talk about? Talk about something. I dare you.
Like what?
Well, fuck, man. If you don't have something to fucking talk about. I didn't even have anything to talk about anyway. I just figured I'd fucking bitch about it.
Why don't you talk about what you have to talk about?
Yeah, Mr. Procrastinator.
I wasn't procrastinating. I was trying to get everyone's shit out in the first place.
Do you guys remember when it took us 5 hours to launch issues? No, it wasn't even 5. It was like 9 hours to launch issues.
Does anyone remember when it took us 7 hours just to talk about fucking Wonder Woman 84?
Yes.
Remember when y'all spent 7 minutes telling a story to explain a joke about female Heather?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
What?
God damn it, Fade.
Fucking God.
What?
God damn it, Fade.
All right,
What
Mike,
did I
make your
do?
goddamn announcement.
No, it's not. You keep calling it a fucking announcement. So it's not an announcement. It's literally something that I wanted to discuss. I wanted to bounce ideas off of, or bounce an idea off of people to see what people think, right? I don't know why it's not an announcement because I haven't made a decision yet.
You
That's the
said
whole
announcement.
Fucking
What,
God.
Tommy Senior box plug?
Box plug. That's not bad. Let's do that. Here.
But you don't get senior because...
Yeah, that's cultural
Why? Because
appropriation.
I'm half Mexican and I can't be called senior?
Yeah.
Are you putting words in my mouth, Mike?
Yeah.
Only if they're
Okay.
dipped in tapatio.
Because I got a news flash for you. I'm part of everything, unfortunately. So
He's got a nudes flash for us.
yeah, actually part of everything.
Mike, are you going to tell us about the comic?
Yeah. Anyway, go on, Mike.
Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, here's something. Mike,
actually,
you remember
before we
Rambo
do
4?
that-
You remember Rambo 4?
Yeah.
That plot line just happened right now in real life.
What do you
Okay.
mean?
Myanmar army seizes power in coup and declares state of emergency for 1
Actually,
year.
instead of can I make a request? Instead of Junior, can I just be called Fade Box Plug?
No.
How about Fade Butt
Oh,
Plug?
You can change
that's
your
what
own
you want.
name, Fade.
I know, but I'm on my
Well,
phone, so
see?
it makes it
Don't bitch if you're too lazy to
makes it
change it
harder.
yourself. Anyway, so what happened now? Someone just did a state of emergency and shot a bunch of people?
Myanmar, aka what used to be called Burma,
Yeah.
their army just seized power in a coup and declared state of emergency for 1 year. And it's considered in that region, every single time that tends to happen, a genocide goes down. So
Oh, lovely.
What the hell
Yeah.
happened to Fade?
He left.
Why?
Protest.
No.
I think he's gonna sign back in with a different name.
You can't just change it from where you're at?
You can.
Fade, can't you just do that without having to leave?
Nope, I cannot, unfortunately. Since I'm on my phone, so.
Oh. You can't change it without having to leave, huh?
Yep. I know Mike's got some evil plans in store for me.
You should have heard all the shit we said about you while you were out.
I had a feeling.
All right.
I'll have you guys know, though.
Got it?
Last week, I got the final say
On
the chat. Mike closed out, and I was the last one here, and I was able to talk shit about him.
Oh, backstage. Gotcha.
Oh, you mean backstage?
Yeah. After
that's
after
right. I
you
remember
left last
that
week.
now, actually.
You
Oh,
fucking
no,
better not have.
You were
Now I
gone.
can go back.
I was
There
the only
was
one
like
here.
a rainbow vocabulary he was talking about too, with you. It was like I'm surprised the human mouth could fit so many curse words in there.
I don't know what you're talking about because you left before I did.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just taking it on.
Good Lord in heaven. All right. Jakes.
what?
And Bear and Yiddle Plug and Zach.
Now, explain to me, what's a Yiddle plug?
Yadel is the female freaking Yoda.
Also called Yaddle to some
Ah, okay.
people. Yeah.
Okay.
And also
Get
the
with it,
reason
you
why
will.
people hate the name Grogu.
Mm-hmm. Plugging that green bean.
Oh, that reminds me too. Did you guys see last night of
The bean would definitely
kind of
be
Sean
green.
Schimmel's metal breakdown?
Who?
Sean Schimmel,
I don't watch him.
Who?
Sean
voice of
Schimmel.
Goku.
What
Who?
about him? The guy who voices Goku from Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, well, not really a mental
Who?
breakdown. The voice
Had
of
a men-
Goku.
He had a
Dragon
mental
Ball
breakdown.
Z. Well, kind of a breakdown. I stand with Vickers. He was like going off on Vic about
Yeah, Sean Schimmel
how
and a bunch. Yeah, Sean Schimmel and a bunch of Funimation guys are a bunch of assholes, and he had mental breakdowns because people disagree with them. Yeah, they're nuts.
Yep. And there are a lot of people coming and to defend Vic, and he's like blocking everyone. He says, if, you know, you guys aren't a fan of mine or some stupid shit like that.
Well,
it was
fuck
funny.
him.
Yeah, basically.
Guess I'm gonna be buying my anime from the source now and not going through dubs.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing.
You learn Japanese. or you
Oh,
gonna
Sean
be
Schimmel, the voice of Goku.
We
Oh
only
my
done it
God,
5
Mike,
fucking
really?
times.
That's what it is.
We just
That's
said
what
it!
Dude, did you guys hear
Oh
that he
my
fucking wigged
God.
out on Vic fans?
He wigged out on
He was
Twitch.
like blocking fools too. It was crazy.
Didn't
Yeah,
you
well-
guys hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
was
I'm getting this
I was
stream
talking
banned.
about
I'm
it.
saying racial slurs. That's it.
Oh my God.
Did you guys hear about that though? That was pretty nuts.
That was pretty nuts. I don't
That
think
was-
they
that was
heard about
wild.
it.
That was wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the guy. The
What
guy
about,
that's the voice for
about him
Goku.
flying off the handle on Twitch, or is this something else?
Did you guys hear about he
No.
flew off the handle on Twitch?
No, well,
Yeah,
it
that's
was
what I was
on. It was
talking about.
specifically on. Fans,
No, I don't think
on
you heard about the
on
fact that he flew off the
fans
handle on
of
Twitch.
Vic though, man. He was getting.
Yeah.
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 I didn't hear about that, but you know what I did hear about?
The green
What?
bean?
There's some dude who flew off the handle on Twitch.
Was it on fans of Vic? It was on Twitch, right?
Yeah, it was on Twitch.
Dude, that's happening a lot more lately. Like more and more people are flying off the handle on Twitch. Like eventually, it's sooner or later it's going to be the guy who voiced Goku.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised if that guy, you know, he probably has like the most epic like yell, just like somebody like says some shit about him and he just flies off the handle and he's like, yeah, for like 20 minutes straight.
I bet his name is Sean. I've never liked the Sean.
Nope. It's a firm nope.
That's good stuff. Hey, matter of fact, actually, Zach, do you remember when I was telling you and your old lady that story about fucking dude who took a cookie and said "fuck you" to me? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
At Blockbuster?
Yeah, at fucking Blockbuster. Yeah, you remember that shit?
Fair, you did.
You remember that shit? I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit. When I woke up this morning, I didn't know I was gonna have to fucking kill a bitch, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to jail apparently because this motherfucker's about to die. Like,
Yeah.
that shit was fucking crazy. I've never had somebody do that, man. That was the weirdest shit. But yeah, his name was fucking Sean too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
I've got some
What?
cookies
Oh
if you
my
want.
God.
Sorry, I
Yeah.
was getting some rum. What were we on now?
I bet that motherfucker voices Goku.
Mike, I've got
That's
some
what he's
cookies if
doing
you wanna
now.
Tell me to go fuck myself.
Wait, who goes and fucks yourself?
I said I've got some cookies if you want to go tell me to go fuck myself.
But oh yeah, because I offered him the cookie. Huh? Yeah, but did you bake them yourself? Because apparently that's like that really pisses me. Well, see, I'm not a fucking pasty little faggy white kid in khakis though. So I think that's part of the requirement. Yeah,
You're
pretty
just
sure about it.
You're just
Can
a faggot,
confirm.
half white old
Yeah.
dude in khakis.
Very much tan in shorts that are black.
Yeah,
Oh,
black
okay.
shorts,
Damn
Are they
it.
black cargos?
No.
Yeah.
black shorts, black shoes, black hat, Cadillac.
And wig sweatpants.
What are you, a
The
mole
boys a
ninja?
time bomb. What?
What are you, a mole ninja?
No. You never really?
I think
That was a
so.
song, dude. Wasn't that Rancid? Bear, that was Rancid, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Dude, I haven't listened to
Yeah.
Rancid in years.
When
The
you were
boys a
young,
time
but you're not a
bomb.
kid anymore.
Yeah. Black coats, white shoes, black hat, Cadillac. I do have a Cadillac, don't I? Son of a bitch.
You do have a
Oh, I fucking do have a
I
Cadillac.
got
now.
stuck in it.
What's that?
I said I got stuck in it.
You got stuck in our Cadillac?
Yeah, Heather and I got trapped inside the locked car.
How the fuck did you
Oh
get
my
The
God.
fuck
It's an old
Yeah.
car.
no, it's not old. It's actually not old. It's one of our newer cars. But
It's new to us, but it's an old car.
No, it's not. It is one of our newer cars. We have old vehicles. It is one of our newer cars.
It has 500,000 miles on it.
No, actually not. No, okay, so no, it's a what is it? Cadillac? Is it CTS? Something like that?
I have no fucking clue.
It is legitimately a newer one.
Did you just ask me about what a car was? Come on, man.
What our car is?
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
Not like, what is a car? Is that the thing with the? Is that the thing with the round things that goes vroom?
Is it the thing with the two wheels on it and the handlebar?
I take it to go buy my tasties.
Yeah.
When I go get my butt checked.
Speaking of tasties.
No. Anyway.
Just assign a car to a certain fast food restaurant and she'll learn everything about that fucking car.
Fucking fuck. So.
Fuck.
Fuck you.
Fuck.
Anyway, so point being, Bear and it was one of the times that Bear was up here visiting, and my wife Heather and Bear, they were doing something, and they were doing something in the car, and the car didn't like it, and like the anti-theft fail-safe fucking went off on them and locked them in.
So we had to call from outside the house, from inside the car.
Yeah. So I had to come out and like figure out how to fucking get them. How did you guys end up getting out? Did you end up actually having to crawl through the trunk?
No, we couldn't crawl through the trunk. We ended up just opening the door.
It did end up actually opening?
Disconnect the battery or something?
I think you ended up trying to open the door, and that made us able to actually open the door from the inside.
Yeah, it was fucking wild. Like it legitimately locked him in, and it's actually done that a couple times. There's turns out there's a real issue with this fucking car. it will straight up lock people in, and it'll keep your fucking keys too, because it's like, oh look, you're trying to steal me, and I'm like, I think maybe my car is just like super racist or something.
But no, it's whenever like me or your wife does it.
I gotta
so
check
maybe
it
it's sexist. It's like no.
You know what?
It's never done it for me. That's right. It's never done it for me.
Yeah,
it's never
so
done
it's
it
sexist.
to me.
Yeah,
no, it's a smart car. It knows not to let a woman drive.
It probably knows that I'm not just gonna sit out and be locked in a fucking car. I'll just go through the fucking windshield and be like, well, I bought the fucking thing. I can do whatever the fuck I want to it. So
like it's a fucking Chuck Norris joke with that
I don't
car.
give a shit. There's enough in that fucking thing, or at least on me, to be able to break a window. So gotta lock my dumb ass in.
You'll just smash the window.
I didn't pay like a huge amount for it either. It was just Heather wanted it. We saw it. Heather wanted it, and we got it. So
I'm still a little confused on how the hell you got locked in.
It was the failsafe. It was the
it was the anti-theft.
Okay, so it doesn't even allow you to open up with like a little nub on top of the door.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's one of those fucking cars. Okay, I get it.
Yeah. So, like I said, it's not actually. See, okay. So Snoots is sitting here saying, "I don't know anything about cars," but then she's like, "Yeah, it's an old car. It's an older car that we have." I'm like, "Well, you don't know shit about cars. How do you know what the older cars have? Like, how do you know this one's an older car? It's actually newer than the other cars that we have. It just hates us. Is all. The other cars like us. This one here, I know why they sold it, because it's some racist old fucking sexist. I don't know. I feel like someone may have like some old shit person might have died in the fucking car
and now lives in the car. Yeah.
It's like
the car forevermore.
Ain't no bitch gonna drive me. Lock your stupid ass in.
Seriously,
that's right.
Every time me and Heather try to drive that car, something fucking happens.
Call for help, white bitch. That's right. Call for help.
Yeah, for real.
So there's only two possibilities: either it's cursed, like that book by Stephen King, or that's just an excuse.
Fuck you and your excuse. Rightly fuck off, sir.
No, they were legitimately locked in. I think for me, it can kind of sense that.
What year
at any point in time, I can get super pervy. So if you lock me in, I'm either gonna get out or I'm gonna get off. One of those things. It's up to you. It's up to you how this fucking goes.
I swear to you, Cadillac, I'm going to put Optimus Priming you one way or another.
Yep.
You're going to be shitting out minicons every 9 months if you don't open this fucking door.
Zach's asleep. Zach's asleep.
Zach's asleep, oh man.
Zach fell asleep on us. Oh no.
Can we talk about what you need input on? Because I need to eat soon.
You can eat anyway, Bear. There's a mute button, but yes, we can. There's probably the only amount of people that are going to be part of this conversation. So anyway,
we have 0 views. So.
This is true. No, these people are they're coming and going. Not right now, but give it time. Give it time. This is why I won't take you fishing. This is why. Nope, nothing here. Welcome. The fish don't exist. This lake's never had fish.
Yeah, Snooze doesn't have object permanence yet, does she? She's like the dog. She sees a ball roll behind the door, and she's like, "Where'd the ball go?"
No. Kind of, a little bit. Well, she did just flip off the fucking microphone.
I did that for your viewing pleasure alone.
Yeah, you did. His fucking icon is right there. It's right dead in front of you.
I know, and doing the flipping off the icon wouldn't do shit.
Screen. And flipping off the microphone does?
God damn it. I did it in front of your face.
Oh, I'm so offended, Snooze. I can hear your finger.
That's not. God damn it.
You weren't flipping me off though, so why would you do that for my benefit? I know, Jags. Flip him off. Fuck him. I know. I know what's up.
Anyway.
But no.
You would, wouldn't you? Faggot.
No.
I would.
You ain't tall enough for me, bad boy.
Sling Blade. It's Sling Blade.
How would you know?
Oh, I know.
Listen here, Stampy. I am pretty much bigger than anybody in here, Stampy.
Yeah, sorry, I don't fuck white people.
Christ.
Alright, anyway, you racist fuck.
He was a Chihuahua.
Yeah.
Red was Mexican.
Chihuahuas only think
just
they're
because
people.
he is Chihuahua, he has to be fucking Mexican, huh?
Yeah,
And just because they're Mexican means they're
Have you ever
brown.
met a black
You
Chihuahua?
one put, remember?
Yes. I actually have been a black Chihuahua.
Was he smoking cools and everything, or what?
Oh
Hey,
my god.
hey, whoa. First of all, Newports. Okay. Let's let's not.
Are you sure some menthols?
That's
You were the
on here, you guys?
Yeah. Huh?
I said, what
What's
were
up?
we supposed to be doing on here, you guys?
Talking about something so Bear could go and eat.
Yeah, everyone keeps derailing us though, and it's not even me this time. Or ever.
Are you
Stop!
sure about that?
God!
Interrupt my story again, Reggie. See what happens.
Fuck. Okay, so
Interruption.
now that one person just jumped on viewing, so check it out. All right, so do you guys remember when nobody wants Bear to eat? Oh, was it? Did he just jump back on? Is that what it was?
I think so.
Oh, that's good stuff. We love Wise. All right, do you guys remember back when before Batman v Superman, and it was originally like Batman versus Superman, and Zack Snyder specifically announced that he had decided that he was going to officially change the title to Batman v Superman.
Yes.
Does anyone remember that?
Yes.
Yes.
I did find it weird that they dropped the S.
Does anyone, aside from Jags, remember that?
Well, they
No,
said yes.
I know. I'm fucking playing. Anyway, so do you guys remember the reasoning why it was Batman v Superman instead of Batman versus Superman?
Nope.
Nope.
Should I answer or let them?
Because their
Let
moms
them.
have the same name.
No.
Not because their moms have the same name. God damn it.
No, this is a serious thing. It's a serious question. I'm legitimately like, And this isn't my reasoning for my thought process, but it is an example essentially of a thought that I had. So, Jags,
want me to explain it?
Go ahead.
Yeah, if you want to.
Okay.
Talk about
it. The reason why is because if you made it versus, then it would turn it into a versus movie where there had to be one outcome, and it was a battle between ideologies. Zack Snyder was not planning for that, so he turned it to V, which would imply not versus, but as an and. As in, like, it is Batman v Superman, not Batman versus. There is no versus. While they do fight, it is not the point of the story. It is not the end goal of the story.
Correct. Also, the implications of VS versus the V specifically, where versus would imply specifically just it being the fight or a physical war or something of that nature, as opposed to the V as in like a like legal text, where it's more legalistic and political. Yes. Like, say, Smith versus Washington, Smith v. Washington, that kind of a thing. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? So there was actually, like, regardless of what anyone feels about the film, it's actually not really the point of this. But I thought that reasoning was... now I'm looking up, I look at the screen, and Zach is sitting there. Now I realize what he's fucking doing. He's sitting there sending video clips and shit, and one of them just straight up says, "Fuck you." He's sending him on the thing. She has it pulled up on the secondary monitor. I didn't even realize. I'm like, damn. She's like, her shit's blowing up over here, and it's all him. I see a big old pair of tits. I see a thing that says, "Fuck you." I think the funniest thing about it, too, is that he's not sending him to me. He's sending him to Snoots.
She's the one with the clip power.
Yeah.
I have clip power, too. No, anyway, so point being. So,
also, yes, wise guys, you were way off on your reasoning.
What happened?
Comments.
S removed.
Comments.
S and Superman. I say Superman. Mm-hmm. So point being, that was the thought process, and it was supposed to essentially like be this like little meta reference as well as referencing that it wasn't. Yeah, they were going to fight, but it wasn't just that fight. The entire movie itself was the politics of it, and like legalistically, goddamn, fucking putting together. I know that was really tough for some reason. The whiskey and on the empty stomach is finally starting to kick in, but it's that word. It's, putting them together to force them to fight, essentially. So it was legalistic and it was political, as opposed to just flat out war. So like how James was saying, he was trying to take the focus essentially off of just that. And that way you would focus on the rest of the actual story as well and have that be part of it. It was one component of a larger story is what it was supposed to be. Whether or not that translated for anyone is irrelevant, but that was the point of that name. So I'm bringing that up specifically, which I appreciate that. I liked the movie myself. Only one version of the movie I liked. The other one I was like, it needed a whole lot, but point being, I appreciate little touches like that from a creator, essentially, right? And I was thinking a while ago, so when we first were creating issues and we actually were breaking it down into the specific, like we had the whole story. What?
Just switch over that way.
No, you left. It's my desk now. This is my show. You eat your toast. You shut up and eat your toast.
Snoots is eating something? The hell you say?
Yeah.
What the hell?
At least she's not farting into the fucking mic. Anyway, I know, not yet. That's why she's eating. She's packing it up.
I think there would be people who would pay money to hear that.
I think so. Too.
Yep.
Jags, were you not here last time?
Wait till we get our channel monetized,
I think
baby.
Jags cut out early.
Yeah, I had to bail out early.
Oh, he did, Jags. You didn't hear the fucking.
Oh.
You didn't hear the free sample?
Did she rip ass like nobody?
Dude, go listen to straight up like the last 20 minutes of the fucking show.
Yeah.
20 or 30 minutes of the show actually got. It was quite hilarious, I think, and it wasn't actually really just her. I was hot.
Now I was
What?
on a show where it's like the last 20 minutes there was a bunch of farting and everything like that. Are you talking about the one from last week or the one before? Because I was on the one before last week.
I believe it was last week, wasn't it?
There
Yeah,
wasn't
it
a
was
show
last
last week because you were on your trip.
This is true.
Oh yeah. Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah,
you
I
were
was-
there. You were there for that when she was fucking.
Yeah.
When I had a hot boxer.
Yeah, I was
pretty
laughing my ass off.
Yeah. So she wisely moved the table out from underneath her bed, as well.
Did she wisely move the fan into a different direction?
Actually,
Well, I can't
that
move the
fan's-
fan because
yeah.
it's attached to my ceiling.
Well, the other fan that you had in here it's over there now.
Yeah.
The one that blew
Yeah.
out into the hallway and
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
deserved to kill one of your ferrets.
Yeah. That was funny, dude.
It just walked by and the poor little fucker just fell on over.
Well, the last one I did straight up woke up a dead sleeping ferret, woke up and just left the room. That was hilarious.
Yeah, he dutch up in the room pretty bad.
It was pretty bad. Well, also again, being under the fucking thing, it was super hot under the thing, and the fan wasn't on. The other fan she turned on afterward, but it's on the other side, so I'm in the middle of her and the fan, so literally it was blowing at her, but across me. Like that was, oh man, that whole thing was just fucking brilliant. And she kept getting flustered, so that's why she kept making decisions like that. So it just kept making it worse, and I was cracking up and letting them go. It was fucking great.
So what big thing were you gonna say?
Oh,
had to do with
yeah.
Justice League.
Yeah, oh, Scoots. Come on, don't be like that.
What?
The sourest of all pusses. Okay, look.
Don't talk about my puss.
What?
Oh,
Take
no.
my puss out of this.
Sorry. I had to.
Oh my god, that's a joke.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Jake, you saw that meme, right? Of the Spider-Man, and it was like a panel. Well, it's not even a meme. It was an actual panel from a Spider-Man comic. Did you see that?
You got it. There's a ton of them. Which one's
Okay, so it's from back in the day. Now, puss back in the day meant face or mouth.
Yeah, hence
right?
sourpuss. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a panel, and it's him like shooting webbing, and he's like little webbing, and the puss always does the trick. And it was like, yes, comics. That was a different time, and I was cracking up, and
like that Iron Man Captain America panel where it says like you need some hard dick. It was slang for like you need to hear it straight.
That's fucking awesome.
Which I'm pretty sure that actually started as an innuendo and then became like not an innuendo, and now everybody realizes it was actually an innuendo.
Is it an innuendo when you straight up just say hard dick? Like you need a hard dick. I don't think that's actually innuendo as much as a statement or maybe a threat.
Well, apparently it was allowed to be in comics during the day and everything like that, where you weren't allowed to have much bad language or any innuendos like that. So,
all right. Well,
and because it said the slang was, it was supposed to be like tell it to you straight. And I'm trying to think that has to have originated from someone talking about
Lord of the Rings.
Hard cock.
Dude, it's been a while. It's been a while since Jake's
Jake always has to do like, well, did you know, and a Lord of the Rings thing. So I'm just checking off the boxes.
I almost said Muppets. What the fuck is it? Hobbits. That's what it is. Hobbits. He always brings up Hobbits. Where the fuck did I get Muppets from?
The Lord of the Ring with Muppets is a completely different fucking story.
So say that again.
So anyway,
You trying to say there's no puss or hard dick in Lord of the Rings?
As there shouldn't.
I mean, I feel like Aragorn has plenty of hard dick.
There's some hard dick in Lord of the Rings, I think.
I mean, come on.
There's a reason they call him a ranger.
It's true.
God damn it.
Can confirm.
God fucking damn it.
All right, do their ears get pointier?
What happened?
When an elf gets horny, does their ears get pointier?
Yes.
According to anime.
Really? Is that a thing?
I feel like that. I feel like you always
I thought they
see that
more move around, if anything.
Oh,
Zach?
while we're on fantasy anime and
When
everything like that.
No, you're the one who brought it up. Shut the
Fucking
fuck up.
god damn it.
Mute him.
Mute him, kick him, hit him, sniff him a little.
Fade, that anime. That
He just
anime,
keeps going.
So, anyway.
No. Wait.
Stop
All
it, faggot.
I was fixing it. It wasn't even me.
God.
I was trying to help you.
What fucking announcement do you have so Bear can eat?
Go ahead.
Please.
No, you!
No, hurry up, Jags. Finish what you're saying. Jags' fucking asshole will explode if he doesn't finish his fucking sentence once he's started.
Alright, Jags, finish.
He's like Juggernaut, but with talking.
And then we'll talk, buddy.
Hurry up, Jags.
No, finish what you were saying.
Say what you're saying, Jags. Come on.
Mike, just saying.
God
Mike,
damn. Okay.
get on with it.
All right, hold on. I gotta do this.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
so check out. What? Stop typing. Just ignore it.
Ignore it. I'm making
I
notes.
can't. I need to be able to see them. I can't do this. She's fucking typing shit now. Oh my god.
Alright.
Ladies and gentlemen, please like and subscribe to this channel for more
You got 30
chaotic
seconds to start
No,
talking.
like this.
Oh, wait, where's this guy? Okay. Alright, so check it out.
Oh.
So, wait. There you go. And then I'll unmute her. Wait, can I?
No.
Oh, I can't unmute someone who's muted themselves?
Yeah, because there's noise in her
Nope.
house, so she's being polite.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I was just going to do it just because I was muting everyone else. All right, so Hugh. So when we first started, we were putting the arcs and everything together for issues. I wanted to have it told essentially in a number of parts or a number of volumes, right? But the whole thing itself is I keep trying to say to people, there, okay, that was loud. That was loud, Bear. I keep trying to say to people that essentially each story, we have it in 3 stories, right? There are 3 volumes, and each one does have a beginning, middle, and end in the stories, but like volume 1 is literally, think of it as like almost like act 1 of a play. It's like act 1 of a larger story, right? Is that tracking with you guys? You guys see what I'm saying here?
Yes, we get it. Get on with it.
Mm-hmm.
Picking up what I'm fucking putting down here. See, now Jake's is all pissed off, so we wouldn't let him fucking finish.
No, I don't
He's
care.
gonna-
Just get on with it. You're taking 40 minutes to announce one thing, dude.
I'm not. It's not a fucking announcement. It is a discussion. I'm trying to actually bounce ideas off of you guys. That's what I'm talking about. It's not an announcement.
I think it needs
She
more
called it a
penis.
fucking announcement because she's an asshole.
Okay, well,
All right.
get on with your asshole announcement.
Okay.
Mike, you
So
still there? Okay.
yes. So we initially had decided that we were going to call it like issues volume 1, right, for the first part of it, or like say issues part 1, right? However, originally I had the thought of calling it issues act 1, right? The reason why I didn't in the first place, though, was because at the time there was a lot of people essentially getting into doing an indie comic because it was a quick way to get a Netflix deal, right? So a lot of their stuff was, I'm going to write this to end up being a show, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it was a lot of shit that didn't work as a comic, but might remotely work as a show if Netflix or Hulu or something like that would pick it up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I shied away from using the Act 1 reference, and that's when we ended up going, okay, we're just going to do issues volume 1, right? But the more I thought about it, it's not written essentially as a movie or anything of that nature. It is written essentially as a graphic novel. So really, like, volume 1 or part 1 would work. But the reason why I brought up the Zack Snyder thing is that reference of like Batman v Superman, where issues Act 1 would show you, like, you can look at each act in a movie, like first, second, and third. The act itself is different. The tone sometimes can be different, and what is covered in that act is different from the other one. Where when you have like part 1, part 2, and part 3 of say a movie or something of that nature, it is its own self-contained thing, but is more similar essentially to the previous one, where the act can change in a movie, right? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Mm.
So I was thinking, because there is a change, a tonal shift, a legitimate tonal shift that happens between the first act, the second act, and the third act of this larger story, I was thinking of actually changing the name to legitimately Issues Act 1. But would that still translate as this is not supposed to be a movie, but it is more so as if this entire story was played out like a play, essentially, for these characters?
How many volumes or stories or acts are you planning on having? Just only the 3?
So the main story, yeah, that's actually how I broke down, because we wrote the main story essentially as its own thing, literally beginning, middle, and end. So in the first thing, we actually had, who was it? Was it Chris? Your friend Snoots that said that their favorite character, or the character they're most excited to see, was Standard. Yeah, who was that? Was that Chris?
Chris, yeah.
Okay, so this is actually one of the things that got me thinking about this again, was that she had a friend, and he's really excited about it. She was asking him, like, hey, who are you more excited for, so on and so forth. And he said, I'm more excited for the character Standard. He seems like he's going to have a lot of, there's a lot of room for development and so on and so forth with him. And it got me thinking that, much like with a RoboCop Part 1, RoboCop Part 2 kind of thing, you have a wholly self-contained story within just that first part, right? With this one here, we do have a beginning, middle, and end to the main conflict of this first part of the story. But the entirety of this first book is written out, supposed to be essentially like the first act of a play, where it introduces the characters, it introduces the world, and it essentially tells you what they're going to be dealing with throughout this story, like the first act of an actual play would be, or the first act of an actual movie would be. Because the entire thing, we're releasing it, if we could release it all as one giant thing, we could, but it just wasn't that way, so we're releasing it chopped up into 3 different volumes. Does that make sense? So it is legitimately supposed to be read essentially as all 3 parts, like as one large story. However, I'm not wanting to have it be that you guys just get Act 1 essentially, and it's literally just the Act 1, and it doesn't actually have a beginning, middle, and end to itself, because I don't think that's fair to readers and fair to backers. And if you were to just watch just Act 1 of a movie, you'd be like, well, that was unfulfilling. What the fuck, right? So I made it to where what happens within the first act is its own story as well. Does that make sense?
So you want to break it down into where each book, instead of volumes, are going to do acts, and then like each chapters within the volumes are going to be something like scenes?
Nope. Not even
Close.
Didn't even mention that. I'm literally talking about the naming it instead of Issues Volume 1 or possibly Part 1, because the 3 things we could call it essentially would be Volume 1, Part 1, or Act 1. And I was leaning towards actually changing it to Issues Act 1 because of the implication essentially of it's meant to be read as this is, yes, it's its own story, but it's the first act essentially of a larger play essentially.
I think with that in mind, you could call it either act or part, like.
Yeah.
Because volume, I do get what you're saying. Volume does imply like it can keep going and going and going and going.
Right.
Yeah, but act and part does imply it ends.
And with the volume, the reason why we went with volume in the first place was we wanted it to have that feeling of so in comics, for, again, anyone who might listen to this and they're not really totally into comics. In comics, you have these big stories, these big arcs that happen, right? And then later on, they're released in their own volume, like say with the whole Infinity Gauntlet saga. But that is essentially, it's a large story that is a bunch of other comic volumes or comic issues that are put together to create that story just specifically pertaining to that story. But you had different characters, comics involved in it. And with this one, we went with volume because it's a reference to the characters in there in this world. They all have, they've all had comics for themselves and all that kind of shit. Like all the actual heroes have had their own comics in this world. So we have it set up to where like even like the chapter breaks and whatnot are like supposed to look like the cover of a comic book. Like it's okay, now this next issue is this, and that tells that chapter. So that's why we went with issues, volume 1, like it's a collection of individual comics telling this story. But the name issues itself already implies that it is comic issues. But if that is or put together and essentially is read as, say, a screenplay for a play, or whatever the fuck that would be called, then we could use the issues Act 1 and issues Act 2. So that would actually imply that what you see in the first one, like, hey, don't get bummed out because you didn't see, like, for your boy with Standard, you didn't see the total fulfillment of his potential in this first book, because that's not the point to that. But it's also saying that this is only the first act in a larger story, and the second and third act is where the real character development happens for all the characters, essentially. So you're still seeing character development in the first one, but it may not be for just that character you're looking for, but there's going to be the character development. It's just everyone develops on their own time,
Yeah, like Godfather Part 1.
Yeah, I mean, I was just kind of like that. Him saying that really got me, because Standard is... He's one of our characters who is he's the harder nut to crack. He's very set in his ways and whatnot. And I have a rule where it's like, I won't create a character for the most part unless there is a point for anyone to care about that character. And there has to be some kind of a journey, some kind of a something they're doing. Like, why read about this character for like 5 issues or whatever, and then have nothing fucking happen with that character. So all of the characters that we have, they have a motivation, they have a reason to be there, they have that actual drive, and their story will be completed. However, this is one big story we wrote that we are chopping up into 3 parts. You know what I'm saying? So it may not be covered in that first part. So I didn't want someone like, who had voiced it, oh man, I'm really excited for this character, and be like, yeah, like that character is pretty much just going to be a fucking prick like the whole time. But wait, there's more. There's a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, like I personally have backed a lot of, I backed the shit out of indie comics. I'm like really getting that love of comics like I used to have as a kid again. Like every now and then, like I'll just get something in the mail and go, holy shit, I totally fucking forgot about this. It was great, and I got a new comic. It's great. But there have been some that kind of like let me down, where I'm like, I was really excited for this, and fucking nothing happened. And then it's like, oh, well, then they announce like, oh, part 2 comes out, and in this one, it's like a whole new story and a whole new villain and a whole new shit. And I'm like, but nothing happened in the first one. Why the fuck would I give a shit? I feel like something needs to happen. But if it's if they say right off the bat, this is a 5-issue arc, so this is just part 1 of this whole thing that's going to be told over the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm going to go, okay, cool, I can't wait to see what happens, because I really want to see this character develop. So I think putting down, like, Act 1 implies that this is a 3-act thing that you're experiencing with these characters. Yeah. And it is actually referenced a little bit in the dialogue in the books as well. I actually, so one of my favorite stories is Watchmen, and one of my favorite parts is when Eddie, he gets fucking drunk, and he's on this supervillain's bed and shit, and he's crying, and he's like, it's all a joke. It's all a fucking joke. You know, when he figures out the plan, he figures everything out. And I love that fucking scene. What's up?
It's all an act. It's all a fucking act.
Kind of. More like it's all a play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where they are... it's not... I'm trying not to be like spoilery kind of thing, but I put in a reference where one of the characters essentially kind of has this revelation that for me was just put in there specifically to reference that scene because it's one of my favorite scenes. And because this story is supposed to be a love note to comics and great stories and great characters, it may not be like, I don't want people to think that specifically it's like, we're bringing back Superman because Superman's been done wrong, and we're bringing back Batman because Batman's a fucking cuck now under Tom King and all this kind of shit. It's like, no, we're bringing back the cliche versions essentially of those types of heroes, and we're giving you a really good story, a really good character-driven story with those type of archetypes as well. You're not going to get Superman because Superman has been written amazingly well before. And why would I do something that doesn't hold a fucking candle to this other thing? I want to do a new thing that has that archetype, so you know that I'm not changing Superman, I'm not changing Batman, I'm not doing any of those things. Love those things that you love. These are characters that I've created that I love, that are a love note to that, but it's more so to the genre and to the type of hero, the type of character, and what those characters mean in the world of comics. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I don't know. I thought that it would be a neat thing to put in there, like the issues Act 1, and have it down as though it's almost like a play, because that's more like not just the reference to the comedian, but like my kind of a meta note to where this whole thing essentially is. It is a play. It is one big thing that has been set up from beginning to end for these characters, you know, and yeah, like that's really a lot of what this story actually is, in a way. And it was kind of my way of referencing that. And if people don't get it, fine, but I don't want it to be like, oh well, look, you know, this is another guy, because no one knows who the fuck we are. You know, this is another guy who it's like, he's just trying to get into indie comics because he wants to get a Netflix deal. He even put it down like he's writing it like a script. And, you know, I don't want it to come across that way. So I was worried about,
especially since we don't work with pedophiles.
All right. God damn it.
Shots fired.
God damn it, Jigs.
Right? But point being, like, I don't want to come across like we're shooting for a Netflix deal, because we're not. With that fucking said, obviously, if someone were to come to me and be like, and this is something that I am promising to everyone right now, if someone were to come to me like, hey, I'm with, you know, whatever the fuck streaming service or whatever the fuck studio, and I like what you did here, I really want to adapt this into a thing, I'm not going to outright just turn it down, because that's money and that's the whole kind of point. But I would be
reluctant.
I would obviously be reluctant, but it would be like, I would take the deal if I had like Tolkien level of control and say over all of it. Like, because this story is the story of the characters it's so fine tuned that if you Netflixed it, you know what I'm saying, at all, it would not be the same thing. It's like drawing a face, where you're drawing like the face of a real person, or someone tattooing like a portrait of a real person, and it's like, this is that person I've known for fucking forever, and then they just overshadow a little bit, and all of a sudden that person looks like a fucking dog, like it looks like a totally different fucking person, you know?
Yeah.
That is what it would be here. If you changed anything about any of it just because that's just some shit you wanted to do, it wouldn't be the same. Not because like really like genders matter or races matter or anything crazy like that. It's these people are who they are, and they make the decisions that they make because of this because of who they are, because of what they've done, and you can't take any of that out or else their shit doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying?
We take into account like where they were born, their childhood, and all that stuff. Like we legitimately have backgrounds to these characters, and they make their decisions based on their life experience.
You son of a bitch. Fucking wise. Mike's just in to get a Netflix deal. I'm out. Yeah, that's no, I'm not, obviously. And he says he's just kidding, so that's good. Yeah, you fucking better be, you fuck. Right. It's part of it is that I don't want it to seem like, yeah, I just want to do a Netflix deal and whatnot, or is that too much of a, like, is that too much of a meta kind of thing to say Act 1? Like, I know I'm overthinking it, but that's why I want to run it by other people.
No, it's not that it's a good idea. Simply for the fact that it actually does imply to the reader that there is a finite story, that it is going to have an ending.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's exactly it.
So just that alone, they already know. Okay, this is going to be limited. This is not going to be like Act 426. This is not
correct.
This is not Act One Piece. Okay.
Right. This is and this is actually something that we specifically stated like from the start. It's not an ongoing thing. This is not something that we I don't know, we lose dude? God damn it. It's not something that we like really wanted to be oh, he has to go. Okay, he said he's got to go. That sucks. That we wanted to be like an ongoing, like, yeah, this is going to be a big old fucking franchise and crazy shit. There are some little like side things that we wanted to do that we may add in as like a back end kind of a thing on the comics, or we may just kind of have it, put it out there, and this takes place in the same universe. But it's not exactly part of this story. This specific story we're telling is the whole point of that is really setting up this universe, setting up this like Justice League type of team of heroes. And you're seeing how that all happens and how that's all formed, you know, in the mindset of taking back the heroes that we used to know and love, like those types of archetypes. So in doing so, all the heroes that we have are essentially, they've already been heroes for a while. They're not exactly washed up, but they're the old school heroes in a world of new school heroes. And how would that function, and how would they actually become a true team kind of thing? Like, you're seeing that type of a story. But it is, once that story is told, that's the story. Now I'm leaving it over to the readers to be Bear Talk out too, son of a bitch. I'm not reading private chat though. Oh, Ryan's getting cranky, so poor Bear. But she says it makes sense. That's good. But yeah, so that's the thing that I'm kind of like struggling with, because I don't know, like, I don't want to look like, oh yeah, we're just trying to sell off our Netflix deal, but also like, why would you change it from volume to act? That kind of doesn't make sense. But to me, it makes the most sense. You know what I'm saying? Not just showing that it's a finite thing, but also showing you, hey, this is Act 1, so you may not see everything that you're wanting to see out of specific characters or whatever, but you will. This is introducing this, and this. And in the next one, this is Act 2. You've already seen Act 1. So if this one doesn't seem as totally lighthearted and everything else as the other one, that's fucking because this is Act 2. Think of it as Act 2 of a play. Act 2 never has the same exact feeling as Act 1. You know, and same thing with 3. So when there is this tonal shift of a story actually really getting legs and getting going, you know, like, you should be able to expect that. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. I think things through to a weird extent. And for me, I was like, damn, this is not a decision that I feel like, because to me, I feel like this story is bigger than me. There's a lot more people involved to it. And that's why I really wanted to discuss it with everyone else and see what you guys think. And if you want me to stick with volume or whatever, or if the backers want me to stick with it, cool, I will. You know, but if you guys feel like this is the right way to go, that I'm not totally overthinking this, then we'll go with that. And that'll be just our little secret, our little happy tree.
I guess my question is, what do you plan on doing if this takes off and becomes popular, and you do want to write more story.
Well, we already have the 3 acts written out, and it's not like Batman or Superman or anything like that, where it's just like, let's just create a character and see what happens. This has been in the works for 7 years now. We've developed the story, and it legitimately is this happens. This is the story we want to tell, and that's that. So hopefully it takes off, and if it does take off, we have other stories in like another universe that we want to tell, so to speak.
Yeah, there is that too. So
but
we have
not necessarily the issue story.
Right. So Zach, the story of Issues itself is a specific story that introduces this world and sets up this world, right? There are a couple other stories that we have. There are things that we actually are wanting to do. God damn it, Fade.
I hate using my phone. I'm just saying that right now.
Why are you on your phone and not a desktop?
Because my desktop is acting wonky right now.
So anyway.
Right. So
Yeah.
anyway.
Go on.
And actually, yeah, this here. So he says right here, I think for comics, graphic novels, volume is more appropriate, whereas acts are appropriate for theater and, sequels and so on, numbers of sequels.
Well, to counter that point, if you do go by acts and we continue with Issues Act 2, then your promotion trailer can be a great parody of Sister Act 2.
No.
So fucking God.
Anyway, to answer Zach's question.
Zach, so we have other stories outside of this universe that we want to tell as well, but there are, because we did create this universe and we've introduced a lot of, like, in this world that we've created, there's a lot of heroes. There's heroes that have been around since the 40s, right? There's a lot of other heroes as well, and there are a few that we want to explore, right? And if they don't get explored specifically within, and they won't, like Bubbatron. Bubbatron is one of the things we really want to do that is not truly within the story of Issues, but it's kind of like how I was saying, where the initial thing was the Infinity Gauntlet and Secret Wars and things like that, or whatever, where it takes from all these other different comics. Well, with this one here, we have, and it might be a side story that is put in at like the tail end as like a little appendix story, or we may release it as, an add-on to one of our other things. But Bubbatron is essentially, that story is a quick little thing to be told that is within the universe, but is not part of the Issues story specifically. Where Issues, that is like, it's almost like, you remember when they did, and they did it out of chronological order, but when they did Clone Wars, you remember how they were like, we're going to do a Clone Wars show, but they introduced it with the Clone Wars movie. Remember that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The movie was just 3 episodes of Clone Wars duct taped together.
Right. So,
yeah,
like I was saying, even though and it was also told out of chronological order, but that was essentially the introduction to Clone Wars, was this movie, and it got released theaters and so on and so forth, right? And but it was like, that was your thing, and then other people and other directors came in. They could tell, like, other writers and directors and everything could come in. They could tell their story. They could tell their episode throughout Clone Wars, that kind of shit. So with this one here, I didn't want to go like super spoilery with it at all, and I'm really trying not to. That's why I'm like kind of stuttering and like really choosing my words here. One of the things that we're wanting to set up that was actually going to be kind of a surprise, but I don't think anyone's ever going to see this. What?
Nope. No, I will not let you do it. Shut up and move on.
No. Okay, I think you're talking about the. Hold on. Do you mean the game?
Yes.
Okay. No, so I'm not talking about that.
Okay.
That's not that. Yeah. Okay. I had to mute it and just fucking ask her real quick. No. I'm not talking about that. That's actually kind of its own thing. But I think that's still a brilliant idea. But
it is.
So one of the things that we were wanting to do is like a thing for other, like for fans and whatnot that might end up being fans of this story or fans of this universe that we've set up. But when I was a kid, I loved comics, and these were a universe that was already set up for me, right? And I would fantasize about comics and fantasize about characters and whatnot, and I would make up little stories about these characters, like fan fiction, right? And that, well, it's absolute fan fiction. And that essentially takes place in that universe that's already prepared for me, correct? Does that make sense, everyone?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay, so one of the things that was going to be a like kind of a little surprise once everything is said and done that I was wanting to do, or at least wanting to imply, is that now this story is told and it's set everything up. So if you like this and you have your own, your own thing in mind, like if this had inspired you at all the way that comics used to inspire me, we've created this world with all these heroes and all these possibilities. We've created it for you, for the reader, for the fan. Feel free to make your own stories, essentially, within this universe we've made for you. Like, I'm preparing a playground for you and your characters, which is actually why like this is a huge spoiler, actually.
God damn it.
Shut up. But well, it's hard to fucking get my point across and not actually say these things. I've been trying to keep it fucking secret, but it's been fucking forever. And to really imply, like, that's actually one of the things that I wanted to do, because I think that if you stuck with us through the end, what's your favorite type of archetype? Like, have you thought of a character yourself? Because this is very much based on, like, Zach, as you know, you have a character in the fucking book. Jegs has a character in the fucking book. That kind of shit, right? And that's why I've set up, not just to be like, hey, I'm just here for the fans. Like, I've set up, if you've been written officially into this book, you're in the book. You're part of it. This is a universe that I prepared for these fans and whatnot, and it's still you. Like, if you want to be like, well, if I was in this universe, I would do this, this, and this, and you want to pitch a little story or whatever, that's cool. And I was thinking, like, in all honesty, like, we could do maybe like a compilation of like little short story things or whatever, that in talking to our fans or in talking to these ideas they had, to actually put that out there and actually like do that for them, or they can do it themselves and we'll be like, yeah, totally. Why not? It's like, I don't want to make a bunch of money off of our fans fucking things, but if you want to do it, and it's like, yeah, this takes place, hey, I can just message the fucking creator of this universe and I'm like, yeah, hey, what's up? I had this idea where it says this and this. Okay, does it break the rules of the story that we already have set up? Does it fucking use any of my characters in a way that assassinates their character? No, it's totally its own thing. Yeah, fuck it. Why would I care? Do it. By all means, play in the playground that I have prepared for you, Mm-hmm. So we do have a lot of other things going on that we want to do. And yeah, like how Wise says right here. That's a thought that I had of later on making like a master collection. Like, kind of come back to the Issues universe, make like a master collection of everyone's shit. Like, wouldn't that be neat? I think that would just be really cool. And it's outside of the box, I think, of the way, like, comics needs more than just an indie revolution. I think it needs like an evolution. I think it needs like more like a next step, but really bringing it back to those roots of this immersive place that we can go to escape from the fucking dickheads and the morons that we deal with all day, and really bring that shit back. Like, that's why it's like, whenever someone pays to be in the book, I'm like, hey, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? What do you want to be? And a lot of times people just tell me what their real job is, but I'm like, what do you want to do? How do you want to be represented in this? Because I'm kind of setting it up to be like, now, there you go. I put it in there. I got you in there. You don't have to tell why you're there or anything like that. Do your thing. Do what you're going to do. Later on, if you have ideas and shit for what you want your character to say or character to do, let me know. That way it's always like we're all kind of gelling. So by the end of this, whenever I've told my story, it's everyone else's turn now. I'm opening up this new comic universe for everyone else who's a real fan that just kind of wants to do their own thing, So then if your deal is, say, I want to feel represented in a book, I want to feel like there's someone in there that looks like me or acts like if that's actually your thing with comics, perfect opportunity. It's even better than that. It actually fucking is you. What would you do? Answering those dork questions we used to talk about when we were kids of like, hey, what power would you have? Fuck it. Have the fucking power then. What would you do with it? You know? But then it's like we have these rules that I set up in the book of, okay, well, are you really a hero? Or are you selfish and are you a villain? Like, where's that really going to go? So would you actually be a hero if you had those powers? How are you going to do this? You know? How would you write yourself kind of thing? It's like, you got to hold it to those standards at least that I've set up. But everything else, like, this is up to you guys, you know? What's up, Sneeds?
So you touched on evolution of things, and your boy touched on it the other day when you were watching it, when he was talking about, like, the evolution from, like, sitcom to, like, Parks and Rec and The Office and Friends, where it's just, like, laugh tracks. You don't see laugh tracks of shows anymore. Back in the day, it was kind of necessary because you would have live audiences, and then you go from live audiences to pre-recorded, so you have like those laugh tracks and those cues and stuff like that. And certain shows were written into where there weren't any laugh tracks anymore, but there's this like awkward pause where it gives like the viewer at home a chance to laugh, and it just didn't work. So there was this weird little transition phase, and I feel like with comics, there's a different evolution, and I suppose it's more like how YouTube really changed things, where awesome. Thanks, Zach.
Fucking Zach, I almost spit out my fucking whiskey just now.
Zach's messaging us like fucking videos and stuff.
As she's talking, I open up my fucking phone as she's talking, and the first thing I see is Blanca makes pound cake. I legitimately almost spit out my fucking whiskey. All right, go ahead, Sins.
So, like, YouTube changed the game for a minute, where just, like, people are independently creating shows and stuff where, like, it's not Hollywood anymore. And then you had people like, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where you had, like, just fucked up shit on daytime television, and you didn't really see that until that point. So you had just like a revolution in the 2000s with shows and stuff. You had what was it? You had South Park and Family Guy and all the shit, where it's just like there was an evolution that happened, and some people tried to replicate it, didn't understand it, and it failed. And you still have that to a degree. So circling back to comics, you have people who have original ideas. You have
what's going on?
Continue.
Is it
somebody's crashing and doing shit, so I don't know.
Is it Fade? It was Fade.
It was Fade.
All right. Go ahead.
So,
my bunny.
Yeah.
Speak.
I'm trying to get back on track here. Sorry. So, with comics, like, you had people trying to do things here and there, like, what do you think we should do to Jason Todd? Kill him! Kill him off! Everyone universally hated Jason Todd, so they voted him out. You had that for a minute, and then it's just like, comics, like, stagnated. We're just like, hey, what do the fans want? Well, we're tired of hearing what the fans want, so fuck them. And just like, we have independent comics, and just like, we're gonna be fan-oriented. Well, okay, we want you to come out with a comic. You know what? Fuck you! This is a cash grab. Like, it's doing the same shit in a different platform. And there legitimately needs to be an evolution, much like how we had with like I was saying, YouTube and independent things, or just like you had a fresh take coming in Hollywood. We need that fresh take in comics where somebody.
Hold on, real quick. This guy. Wise says he has to go.
All right, see you later, man.
All right, brother, we'll see you. Hey, message me, Wise. Message me on your thoughts on this, man. I really want to hear what everyone thinks about this.
Exactly.
But until then, see you, brother.
Hear you chew.
Is that what that is?
That's what we've been hearing for the past 2 hours.
Oh, you made him turn. I want
it wasn't me.
God damn it!
No, it was still Fade. All right, Zach. Though, hey, look. Jake doesn't want to hear you chew, but I still want to watch you eat.
I just been thinking my headphones have been fucked up this entire time.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I figured it was just like some communication on someone else.
I thought it was fade.
No.
It's been muted half the time.
I mean, that loud bang was me, but other than that was about it.
Yeah, that bang is what.
I knew that fucking banging was. Yeah.
Yeah, I dropped something and yeah.
That's what little kids do when they're like, "Pay attention to me."
Aww.
Just kidding. Big.
Pay attention to me, damn it! I'm lonely.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so point being, I guess
I don't know how you can say you've been listening to me chew for the last 2 hours when all I've had for the last 2 hours is a glass of apple cider, some ice cream, which by the way is not fucking crunchy, and then one cookie.
One who?
Cookie.
One cookie.
Must have been a really big fucking cookie.
No, I'm telling you, it wasn't him. It was coming from Fade's fucking thing.
Well,
No, I think what it is that we just been hearing. I think what it is, we just been hearing ambient noise from like 3 different sources.
That could be.
And
poor Zach, he finally starts chewing on something, and Jake's is like, "What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
Well, one of them
is that a fucking cookie? A cookie!"
I hope you brought enough cookies to share.
Well, he was trying to share them audibly. He's trying to share them audibly with you, and it wasn't good enough for you. Now it's coming from us. This is our thing now. This is our... See?
Did Joe break something?
This is why we can't have more.
Yeah.
God damn it. Zach, that was one hell of a cookie just now. I heard it in this room. Jesus.
A cookie broke glass.
Yeah.
All right, no, that didn't break, did it? No, that wasn't even me. That was her fucking... Okay, look, it's me and Snoots over here, and when something fucking breaks, you think it's me? Come on, man.
Half the time I
Get
do
your
think it's
shit
you.
together.
Oh, please, Mike.
I just
It's
assumed
him breaking
you
wind.
farted and the smell was just so rancid it broke a window.
No.
Yeah.
So, for fuck's sake. Okay, so anyway, to essentially finish answering, because I don't know exactly what point Snooze was trying to make there. Maybe we'll have to go back and watch it. But
Oh, fuck off.
I honestly, you went on this rant. You went on like laugh tracks and shit. But I think you were just kind of going along with what I was trying to say in the first place with it. But,
no, that's
just
a
giving
very
other examples.
long rant to talk about changing the name from volume to act.
Yeah, but what goes into it? And to finish answering Zach's thing, this is only for the issue story specifically. The other stories themselves would be other comics that take place within that universe, but don't necessarily interact with that story specifically. This story is very involved, but everything that interacts with it is very clearly told. Does that make sense? So it wouldn't necessarily be... It might still have the issues fucking stamp on it, but it's not part of that issue's story. This specific story is its own thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it totally makes sense. That's lots of people do that.
And we have, like I was saying, I'm trying to open it up for other people. If it's like, if you've paid to be in the book or whatever, and you're already part of a thing, and you want to write something like a fan fiction or whatever that happens to have your character or something, do it, man. That's totally fine. But also, we do have, aside from extra stories that we have that are outside of this, we do have a few other stories that we wanted to do within this as well.
That's kind of what comics do already, like, say, Punisher Max, where they have, like, the main Punisher Max storyline, but they also have, like, little one-shots and minis and angles and stuff like that, that stories that don't fit within, like, the main continuity or main universe or whatever, but it's fun and can be told.
Right. And also the issues thing itself with this world, we also do have a I guess this isn't a thing because we actually told it in the promo stuff, but we also do have a like a multiverse kind of a thing. It's not exactly utilized specifically in issues itself, but because it's supposed to be the way certain things are told in this. It's supposed to be as though like if you're a person in this universe and you're reading this story, you know these characters have already had a bunch of comics. So the things that are talked about and how there's other dimensions, it's talked about, but you would already know that essentially. So like how
I would be very careful trying to introduce like alternate timeline multiverses.
That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is that we also have what is it? Like say Lux, for example. Our character Lux, he gets his power from a being in another dimension. And that's not a spoiler. That is just something we've had it in the promo. That's the thing. Our twins, our version of like the Wonder Twins, they came from one of these other dimensions. Their parents, who were on the original team, who got killed, they were royalty in this other dimension, right? So there are other dimensions that are mentioned and talked about within this book. It is something that the characters are well aware of. They specifically the powers that be in this, where the main story takes place, they don't fully understand it, but they are definitely trying to tap into it, kind of thing. Like that's just something that's why dude who was essentially, he was called a dimensionaut, like an astronaut, but trying to send astronauts into another dimension. Like they're experimenting with that, and that's how Lux ends up getting his power. And this is all
like, Narnia style dimensions, not J.J. Abrams Star Trek dimensions. Okay, I get you.
Right. It's I haven't. Okay, so the reason why I haven't actually completely put all the rules for the dimensions themselves is going into what I was going to say is that there is within our universe, there is also these other universes where if someone did want to tell, oh, this one takes place in, this other universe as well, where it's this and this kind of thing. Or I wanted to explore the universe where Hunter and Havana, where their species comes from. This is a story that's told within that species, in that universe. By all means do that, or that world, or whatever you want to call it, right? So in this, I don't necessarily deal with as much aliens per se, because like technically dude has like an alien yeast in him, like an alien fungus that gives him these powers. Yeah,
alien athletics foot. That's funny.
Yeah, exactly. It's not alien as much as it is extra dimensional. So I opened up all these things, and the reason why I put in all the different dimensions and whatnot is because I didn't really want to do too awful much as far as like space and aliens are concerned. I want to have it more grounded in just this world, but there are other versions of the world. So if someone wants to explore that as well, by all means, we might even do that too. It wouldn't necessarily be part of the issues, the main issue story, but it's open. So literally this whole story does essentially open up this playground for anyone else who might want to do fan fiction, or who wants to do a comic, or who wants to do a collaboration with us using one of their characters or something of that nature.
I think I'm those.
Right. I'm open to it because like I got an opportunity to be able to do something that was my dream, which is making this comic. I got an opportunity to do that. I understand, and I went fucking, almost 40 years not getting that fucking opportunity. So I understand that not everyone's going to have that opportunity, but they could have a great idea and great stories and never be able to get it out. I am trying to use my platform to help them as well. Like this is me, like I'm up here and I'm holding my hand out going like, hey man, come on, there's room for you up here too. What character you got? What did you think of? That's a great character, man. That's awesome. It would be a shame if no one ever got to see that. So, you may never be able to get into Marvel and DC and whatnot, but there's a spot for you maybe, unless you're a giant fucking prick. But if not, and you just are a fucking dork, by all means, we're all fucking dorks here. WarDance Comics, come here and do your thing. And it can take place in this, or it can be another story. It doesn't matter,
That's cool. I would like to write something in the future.
Does that make sense?
So you're kind of thinking of doing like the Zades approach, making like many different types of heroes, like not all, captured in one book per se, but all in one world almost.
Yes. That's why I was talking about with the other dimensions, where if it does specifically have to, like, you do want it to be part of this, but it's like, hey man, part of its thing does kind of break the rules of this world that you have going on. That's why I haven't totally put a cap on the other dimensions as well, because your shit could take place in this other dimension and end up crossing over into our world, or you're a character here that crosses over into another dimension, and that's where your adventure takes place. That kind of thing. Does that make sense? So we do have these other dimensions that we're like, hey, if you want to do it, cool. I'm not going to cap it totally just because, no, I created this. Unless, like I said, unless it's like character assassination, because, you know, I don't want to let my fans down by just letting someone take over my shit, you know, that they already know and love.
All that Jedi bullshit.
Right.
Yeah, it's a big world, man. It's a big world. There's plenty of room for everyone to have their own story and everyone to have their own thing, or even, you know, it interacts with us, or if you want to have one of our characters that make a cameo or whatever, that might be cool too. You know, as long as it takes place within the actual mythos that we had laid out. And if not, and if our world just isn't fucking big enough for it, and your story may end up destroying one of the worlds or some shit, make it take place in one of the other dimensions. You know, that's fine, man, you know? But it's very much this is the world where the WarDance comic stuff takes place. Like, this is the universe where the WarDance comic stuff takes place, much like with Marvel, where it's all essentially within the Marvel universe, but they may have a couple different universes essentially, but it's all, you know, like it's all connected. They all have that connection where, whether it's the multiverse or whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? That's what we're doing here, where it's all WarDance Comics universe. So if you end up writing something or drawing something or whatever, having something that is within the WarDance Comics universe, it's in this. Issues is just our big story introducing that world.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it. So essentially, we will have other stories that take place in it, but it's not part of the main issue story. The main issue story is those 3 parts, and those 3 parts is possibly acts. I don't know. Back to the main fucking crux of this is that, do I want to call it acts, or do I want to call it volumes or parts, or what? What do you guys think about that?
You can call it
acts. I would say maybe parts. I mean, I do agree acts is another good one, but parts, because it's all the same story basically. So gone, Jigs?
Well, I was gonna say acts kind of makes more sense, because when you have acts, it usually implies 3 to 5 for the most part. But if you do part can be part 1 or part 2, but part 1 and part 2 don't necessarily have to be related to each other.
You got a point.
Like Godfather is a complete story, no matter which part you watch.
Right.
So, part 1, part 2, part 3, they're kind of standalone, but they overall make, you know, a bigger story that you can enjoy. But if you get acts, it implies it's an ongoing saga with a continuity and overarching story.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
and also we have
Act 2 without an Act 3.
Right, exactly. That's because that's what that is. But with also, like, there is a this is kind of again coming back to what Zach was asking as well. We do have a couple other things that we want to do, and one of them essentially could be seen as like an unofficial part 4 or an unofficial volume 4, I guess, or whatever. But no, it wouldn't even really be a volume, because it wouldn't necessarily be collections of other stories. It's just a story that takes place after part 3, after the actual issue story is told. It's actually like a while after, like a couple decades after. It's an unofficial thing, but it just happens to be within that specific world and that specific part of the world. So it can be seen as an unofficial part 4, but it's not going to be called part 4 or act 4 or whatever. It's literally just going to have its own title and be its own story, but the world that it's in happens to be a couple it's the same part where we left off in issues, but it's just a couple decades later, and it's like a different set of characters. They just happen to be where we left off. Does that make sense? So technically it can be seen as a part 4, but it's not. Yeah. It's its own story.
Well, you could give that like a neat little name, like what it's epilogue that comes after. We lost someone. It's called epilogue. That's like the ending or like the wrap up, right?
Right, but Issues itself has an epilogue. Issues itself have
this one is like, because I know what story you're talking about. Let's call it Person X, right? You could call it the Person X epilogue.
Well, I'm calling it Hardware. Like, that's literally the name of the story.
Well, spoilers.
That's not a spoiler at all.
That's pretty close to a fucking spoiler.
Not really.
A spoiler?
It's actually okay. So, Jags, you doing what you're doing right now will make it a spoiler because legitimately the character itself works in a hardware department. So he is an unassuming shit on dude in living essentially in a he works in a he lives in a hardware department down by the river. No, he fucking works in a hardware department. He's a shit on dude that just kind of unassuming, overlooked dude. And in a town that happens to be, it just happens to be like, my point of the story was essentially like showing the world a couple decades after the events of Issues takes place. It's showing the state of the world after that. Like how people have moved on and if they've moved on, how shit has happened past that. And essentially kind of normal people. Because Issues is like a bunch of people have powers and a bunch of crazy shit. This is very much the height of it. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like how, like in Star Wars, this is actually a really, really good way to show it. So you had the prequel trilogy, Star Wars, 1, 2, and 3. And it is the... fucking Zach. Zach's down on the thing. Look at this guy. This fucking guy. Where'd you go, Zach? Living in a van down over the river. Yes, he caught the reference. So hold on. So in Star Wars, you're seeing the height of like the Jedi and the Republic and Coruscant and all this kind of shit. Like it's they've gotten so bloated with all their shit, right? And then you go from episode 3 into episode 4. Yeah, there's a lot of shit that happened between them, but there's a big old fucking crazy event that happens in episode 3. And then by the time you get to episode 4, it picks up, and initially you see Luke, and he's in Tatooine, and it's just this kind of like, he's just living this mundane life, and he's just dreaming about something bigger, right? That kind of thing. Yeah, he does end up getting sucked into, the whole rest of the shit, but even like with the rebellion and everything like that, that doesn't look anything like the fucking Republic did. Like none of this looks like what we had in the other things. So if Issues itself is that type of a height of, it's like the boiling point of this world with superheroes and all this kind of shit, right? The next story that takes place after that of like just kind of showing you in the future, the aftermath of all that and how people are going because the world and everything always will move on. That next story that I was wanting to show you is like New Hope, where you have Luke and he's in this thing and essentially the shit shouldn't have affected him as much. It is because he's fucking dude's kid and whatnot. But to him, he's just like, I'm just a fucking farm boy with fucking dreams and shit. No one really cares. No one really gives a fuck who Luke is. He's just kind of like your everyday dude just kind of doing his thing. Right? Like that's the kind of I wanted to have, here's how a civilian dealt with this, that kind of a shit. And the story goes on from there, right? So it's different from it's very different from all the heroes and everything, because during this story, there are real people as well. There's in Issues, there are people, and they are real people having real emotions and real thoughts, with everyone else around them essentially as a fucking god, So that affects people. That affects people's lives. And when those gods go to war, it affects those normal people as well, probably more than everyone else, So I wanted to show that aftermath in the 4th book.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So it's definitely in the Issues universe, but it's not part 4. It's just another story.
Okay.
Like an addendum.
Yeah, exactly, like a fucking addendum. I can call it addendum. Would you like for me to call it addendum? Instead of a dude toilet away in his fucking hardware store and calling it fucking hardware?
Issues that letter that the writer sends to people talking about where they are now, that people will collect about 50 years down the line.
Yeah.
That might be too long of a title.
Oh, was that the whole title?
That was the whole title.
Issues, but also not actually issues, just taking place in the Issues universe. Technically a part 4, maybe an unofficial part 4. Definitely not an act 4 because that's not really a thing. And but this time we're talking to a guy who lives in the desert and works at a hardware store. We'll call him fucking Jim. And here you go. Thanks for buying the book. And that's the whole story. That's the whole title, man. It's an addendum. It's an addendum. ... Jake says it's an addendum. Also, Fade was there.
Yes.
Fourth acts are a thing.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Dude, there sometimes plays and movies have like 7 acts in them.
Well, yeah. I know Shane Yoon had like what?
Like Batman vs
7?
Superman, that's a 5-act movie.
Well, we're going with 3 acts the way God intended. So
Hollywood intended.
Point being, the entirety now that everyone knows way more than they're supposed to know. And Jake's really thought I was going to get into some fucking spoilery shit on that too.
Yeah, I did.
It's not though, because that's really the thing. Like much like how we did with Issues, where it's supposed, it's referencing comic issues, but also it's that kind of, everybody has issues. We all have issues that we deal with in our life that essentially are issues that we have affect the lens that we see the world around us through and affect the actions that we take, right? That's kind of like the point of it. Everyone has their issues, but also if you're born with the powers of a fucking god, you may not have the same issues as a normal person, but those issues that you do have might be way more than a normal person would be able to handle. So how the fuck do you handle that without becoming a supervillain and killing everyone around you? So it's implying a lot of things. So calling the other thing,
I was asking that same question while watching that animated Deathstroke movie earlier today.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, which
so
one?
Don't.
It's good. It's good. I recommend it.
What's it called?
So the
not Deathstroke Knights and Dragons.
Oh, okay.
All right. I say it's good. Story is complete ass, but it doesn't matter. It's a good action movie. Not a lot of plot to get into the way of that action.
Okay.
Have you seen the Soul of the Dragon yet?
Soul of the Dragon?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
It's a Batman one, I think.
Is it more recent?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. No. I'm
It
kind of
just
behind
came
on my
out.
yeah, I haven't seen it. I'm behind on my DC animated movies.
So
I still haven't seen Justice League Dark.
I haven't seen that one either yet.
I hear it's good. That and I need to watch Teen Titans Judas Contract. Though I saw
that was great.
I saw that. I saw those episodes of Teen Titans, so I kind of get the gist.
Yeah. That was a really good one. It was very, very well done. They kept in a lot of things that I think that maybe they should have changed a little bit, but
like the implied pedophilia
with your boy being a super perv. Yeah. Well, actually not. It's actually not though, because she.
Oh yeah, that's right. He backhands her and is like, "Fuck off, thought."
Yeah, she wants to fuck him. It doesn't make Deathstroke exactly a creep if he's just telling that shit to a delusional girl. He's telling that shit to her. It makes him a fucking psycho, is what it makes him.
It makes
definitely
a story.
Yeah, definitely fucking a manipulative fucking dude. It doesn't exactly make him a pedophile because he very blatantly
is not
lies to her and like, oh yeah, then we can be together and all this kind of shit. And it's like, ugh, but he won't even let her kiss him. he's like, get away from me. Go try to kill Batman. Get the fuck out of here.
Which, by the way, that does make sense, sort of, if you do watch the Deathstroke movie. Though I will say, Deathstroke is a very inconsistent written character in these movies.
Oh, so he's into dudes in the Deathstroke movie?
No.
Dig it.
They didn't do that to him?
No, he ain't gay.
I feel like maybe he might.
No. What it is, and it's little spoilers.
You need him to be gay, don't you?
No.
What, Deathstroke?
Yeah.
No.
Are you sure?
No.
Yes, because having him then make out with Nightwing, where neither of them okay, so look, I god damn it. Let me explain something. Fade, I need you to listen up on this, okay? And anyone else who will ever listen to this. Now, I say one of my things, and everyone takes it as a joke. I truly 100% want a specifically my own director's cut ending to Man of Steel, where before they truly fight and destroy fucking Metropolis, they meet each other in the air and then they kiss, right? And I want them to make out. But here's the thing: I don't want to be like, oh, well, you want to turn Superman gay? No. No, I don't want to turn anybody gay. I want them to both be stone cold straight and make out like they don't know what they're doing and they're upset by it, but they're doing it anyway. And the camera pans down and then you see like their clothing start to fall as the camera pans down, kind of thing. I want that shit. I want Deathstroke and Nightwing. Like I just for me, and I don't even really know why. It's just some shit I really want to see because I think it would be fucking hilarious.
That just sounds like a very harder version of the ending to the Get Smart movie.
It is a very harder version. Exactly, it is. And I truly do want that, like, in my heart. I really do. And I'm not entirely sure why.
Back and it reveals that the evil mastermind behind this was the writer who forced him to be gay all along because he's a dirty fucking shipper who got a job.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the entire thing was a commentary on why the shipping community needs to go fucking end themselves.
That's the problem. So,
I feel like
point being,
right here.
So, Faith, so when I make those jokes, that's the standpoint I'm coming from. Yes, it is technically a joke, but if someone were to turn around and do it, like if I, God forbid, if I ever got a band of simps ever, and they actually were willing to do my bidding, like EVS level, like they were willing to go out and do my fucking bidding, I'd be like, make this movie. And they did. I'd be like, wow, that's awesome. I love it. Thank you guys so much. I love it. Not like, ew, you fucking freaks, what the fuck? I'd be like, no. I knew what I was getting myself into when I was making these fucking jokes. Sure, it's just a joke, but I'm not going to turn it down. Like, sure, I'm writing a comic and I'm not wanting a Netflix thing, but I'd talk about it if they fucking came to me with it, you know? If they came to me with a fucking thing, I'd be like, yeah, but I want total control because it has to be told properly, you know? Same kind of shit. It has to be told, as in the kiss can't be gay. The kiss needs to be, they need to be both unwilling to do so, but also can't help themselves to do it. Like, they have to do it. You know what I'm saying?
You don't want like shit-faced drunk either.
No, Stone Cold Soap. I want Zod to start crying because he doesn't understand what's happening. like a good cry, not like daddy's little girl skinned her knee kind of cry. No, I want him to like fear, sheer terror. Like he was there to kill Superman, but now he's actually afraid because he can't stop himself from kissing Superman.
It sounds like
that's what I want.
Really, really fucked up plan. It's like if the fucking Will Ferrell movie where he's doomed to die because some bitch writer is in there, you know, writing his life. What was it?
Yeah, fucking Stranger Than Fiction.
Yeah, Stranger Than Fiction. Great movie, by the way.
That was really funny.
Stranger Than Fiction turned into like a fucking horror movie.
I think if we did a supervillain thing like that where he actually controlled people, like what? Okay, so all these supervillains, look at how many supervillains have mind control powers, right?
Yeah.
Right? Why has there never been a supervillain that, like, look, if you know every time a supervillain has gone up against one of these superheroes, they end up dying or they end up being in prison or whatever. So don't try to defeat them. Try to humiliate them. So, like, why wouldn't you just have, like... Well, aside from Kilgrave, why wouldn't you just be like, okay, so I can control their mind from afar, but I need to be up close to be able to do something super diabolical or whatever? Why not take over, a Green Arrow or some shit like that, and have him go in the middle of, like what is it, Madison Square Garden or some shit, and just whip his dick out and just start helicoptering around? You know what I'm saying? Like he can't control it, and there's a bunch of kids there. It's like a Wiggles concert. And he's up on stage just flapping dick.
Just get Green Arrow canceled.
Mike, is that not a perfect setup for a great superhero detective mystery where it's like a mind control?
What the fuck?
Wow.
Oh my god. What the fuck? Where it's a great... Is that not a perfect setup for an awesome Blue's Clues episode? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Shut the fuck up and let me explain, you son of a bitch.
Dude, I don't know if you can explain that. Like, is there like myrrh and Q in your ear being like, okay, so what you need to say next is
okay, now say this.
A great detective.
What? Make like a woman and shut the fuck up.
You gotta say it or you lose.
All
Go
right.
ahead. What do you got? What do you got, Jakes? Explain yourself.
So is it going down
Try to make this work.
It's a super villain that is causing people to do like this humiliating shit because the supervillain is smart and is mind controlling people, but never lets himself know like a fucking dumbass, like all these psychic supervillains keep doing. So the one superhero that stays in the shadow and doesn't make himself known, so doesn't get mind controlled, starts to look into it, and slowly he realizes he's finding out this is the work of a supervillain who is mind controlling these people against their will. And so he's having to follow clues and piece things together to figure out who it is.
So, okay, so it's essentially a superhero that always works in the shadows and no one knows who the fuck he is, so he can't be controlled.
Batman.
Yes.
So then the mind control villain is kind of like it's more like a Kira type of thing, like a Death Note situation, where he has to actually kind of know who the person is.
Yeah, like he has to either like make eye contact or something like that. Like there's rules to it. He can't.
Yeah, he's got to see him.
Obviously, like even if he was like a mind control guy, he can't just control someone that he has no idea it doesn't exist or not, right? Like he's not going to randomly mind control somebody in the middle of fucking Asia somewhere that he doesn't know the name of or anything like that. He can't do that. He doesn't know who.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Off topic, on topic.
Well, Zach, hold
on. Hey.
Don't make me puss you again. Psst. I'm doing the fucking the dog whisperer thing with Snoots over here. She's laying in a hammock, and I'm doing the what's his name, Caesar?
Yeah.
Something or other. Anyway, heroes inexplicably doing weird shit for no reason and having no recollection why they did it. Exactly. And let's see. And the protagonist has to figure out who, how, and why. Yes, exactly.
Exactly what I just explained. Yeah.
So
a serial mind rapist. Yes. I would have him down as being essentially the ultimate troll. Like he's not even doing it to. He's just fucking with heroes because fuck them.
Because if you can mind control people like that, you got everything. Like you got bankers that would wire you shit all day, so you're rich. You got tax collectors that are not going to question it and everything like that. You can get away from cops and everything. You're basically unstoppable.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't even have to be like the mega like world dominating supervillain. You're just going to ride through life easy. You just get everything.
Snoots has something she wanted to say. Snoots?
No, it's past.
Snoots, do it.
It's past. It's
you passed it?
You wanted to shit on my idea before you even got a chance to say it, so you go ahead and say it.
Shut up. She wasn't shitting on anything. What happened, Fade? Other Fade? One of the Fades?
When have I had a long lost win?
You did that yourself, man.
I know, I'm just messing with you.
Why do you have two of you?
Out on this one. Oh, because I finally got my freaking computer to work. So I'll be talking through that instead.
Okay.
Why are you not talking to it now?
I know. Now he's muted himself. God damn it, Fade.
Because I had to transfer over.
Fucking God. All right, so Snoot, see what you're going to say.
Timing's gone.
So
when you guys were talking about the rules about with like Kira and Death Note, and then so this detective and the mind reader would have to have their own set of rules. It just reminded me of the thing where Lex Luthor possesses the Flash and takes off the mask and is like, I have no idea who this guy is. Like with mind reader,
yeah,
he would have to know who the guy is. Like you can't just possess a random person and be like, what the fuck? Although that would be fucking hilarious to have a similar situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we would have to make it that he can control people's mind, but he can't read them because that's a different power altogether.
See, Jags, I didn't shit on your idea, you freaking emo twat.
Yeah, Jags, she's not trying to shit on your idea. She's trying to shit on you.
Yes.
Oh, well, fuck you regardless.
So, anywho.
Also, who the fuck you calling emo?
Bastard.
Oh my god.
Yes, I am. Who the fuck you calling emo?
All right. Okay, so, guys, before we fucking wrap up, are there any final thoughts to what I was talking about in the first place? And, like, I'm trying to bounce that idea off of you guys as far as the, you know, part versus volume versus act, or what do you guys think?
I like calling it act.
Yeah, I'm kind of growing to act. Considering parts not really going with it, and more I'm thinking about issues. Act 1 sounds more appropriate.
Yeah. Zach, if you're still there, what do you think?
We'll wait for your answer.
We'll sit here silently. It was
Should I
gonna
just
be
go ahead and like crack open a bag of chips and just chew them on with my mic, so that way, you know.
Well, if you want to get me erect, yeah, by all means.
God fucking damn it!
What?
So speaking of street level superheroes and stuff, while we wait on.
Oh yeah, Jags, what were you gonna say about that whole elves thing again?
Elvis.
Elves.
Something about Elvis.
Elves? What?
Elves.
Oh, you mean my joke about them, about their
Yeah.
ears being metaphor for their boner?
Oh, that's
What were you talking about when I was trying to talk to you about that one anime?
Yeah, when you were trying to talk to me about that one anime.
Yeah, Redo a Healer. I watched first 2 episodes. It sucks.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Why
So-
does it suck?
God damn it!
No. No.
All right,
Okay.
we'll talk about this off stream. Jags.
I think Zach is gone anyway. So, all right. Yeah, I was leaning towards act for those specific reasons, but I didn't want it to come across as though I'm like writing this like it's a screenplay and I'm shooting for a Netflix thing or whatever. Like I said, because
flow like a
script. It does not flow like a script. And if for whatever reason it did end up being on Netflix or something like that, I would have to have far more control than I'm pretty sure they would ever be willing to give me, because I can't have anything changed at all.
Also, you would change things. You'd be like, okay, now make them kiss.
Oh my god, it would just end with them, with everyone just making out.
Yeah.
He would make the most faithful
I wouldn't be
word for
surprised
word.
if Mike ended issues like that.
Fuck,
Mike-
I will not let him.
I gotta
have
rewrite
that.
so much shit now. No.
Mike would be in control and make the most faithful comic to movie adaptation ever, even more so than Sin City. But just at the very end, it's just Nuggies.
Yeah, it's the one big change. It is the one big change. Everything else is fucking spot on. Beautifully done.
Like, had
The
Mike
one
done
big
Watchmen,
change is everyone just fucking makes out.
had Mike done Watchmen, it would have been exact same thing, except for squid would have fallen from the sky, and then all the squid and everyone just start making out.
There would be a giant squid. It would be one giant squid right in the middle of the fucking city. Oh my god, I already have this. I am
He's sold.
beaming
He's
with
gonna,
fucking creativity
it's
now.
being
Check this
written
out.
as we speak.
Picture this now. Right at the very end, there's all these people. One giant fucking squid falls from the sky, lands right in the middle of the fucking city. It stops, it looks at them. They look at him. Everyone slowly kind of comes in, almost like in awe. And then the tentacles wrap around them and they all just kind of squeeze in and all start kissing. They're just licking on the tentacle like that. and they're all just kissing each other, and the squid topples over with ecstasy, and he's like, "Oh, like this," and the ink's everywhere.
Well, that was going in a different direction than I thought it was going to go.
The credits roll as they keep making out.
Mike,
still a different direction than I thought it was.
Movie Sausage Party.
Yeah,
no, I haven't.
That's exactly the fucking ending. It just ends in a fucking weird ass orgy of food.
Yeah, it does.
I don't want to do that thing. God damn it.
Seth fucking ruins it.
Yeah, because he would do that like I would do it like ironically and just kind of for my own thing. He would do it like, wouldn't that be funny, guys? It'd be fucking meh. I fucking hate him so much. I fucking hate Seth Rogen so much.
So do I.
Like
a
lot.
Yeah, I do.
Over this week was funny as hell.
And what is this, Jags? Make it quick.
Oh, Zack Snyder released a photo hinting a little bit more at Martian Manhunter's role in the movie.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Which I watched Man of Steel last night because I'm marathoning the DCEU movies, with my girlfriend, for Justice League.
Girlfriend a lot now.
Yeah, he has been saying girlfriend a lot. I still don't believe it.
I mean, I don't care if you believe it or not, Snoots. It's your loss. Regardless.
Okay.
I don't know. I think she's real. I honest to God think she's real. Not only have I known Jags for a while, and there's some things I don't think that he would ever actually lie about, but he also mentioned her earlier when he said Fester. You remember? Come on, Jags. You know that shit's funny. Come on, I got you.
You fucking cocksucker.
That was good.
That was great.
Fester's his cat.
No.
All right,
he's
so
still here.
Fester's my black cat along with my other black cat, Gomez.
Yeah,
so Jason's got jungle fever now.
It's true. It's true.
Go play with that long black ferret. Anyway, I was watching. Anyway, I was rewatching Man of Steel, and on that awesome fucking 82-inch TV that we got recently, and it's fucking amazing.
Weird
and
flex.
I know, super weird flex.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't buy it.
Also, Zach is still commenting, but he refuses to tell me what he thinks about the whole act thing. Better message me, Zach.
Anyway,
better message me, man.
I was rewatching Man of Steel, and there's a lot of just nice visual details and just cues that I keep discovering new details and cues and stuff like that every time I watch it. It's a fucking great movie and just gets better every single fucking time. And I paid attention to the general because it's revealed later, and I don't even think this is a spoiler anymore, that he is Martian Manhunter. The guy who was in the Matrix as also the general. And people were asking us like, why'd he act this way? If he's Martian Manhunter. And I was thinking Martian Manhunter's origin is that an alien race came down and fucking destroyed his planet and race, right? Like he's the last survivor. Correct?
Right.
So he's been pounding around humanity, and he's obviously gotten an attachment to them and everything like that.
He's the last survivor in the regards of like kind of like how Superman's supposed to be the last survivor, where he's the last Kryptonian, but all of a sudden there's like a bunch of other Kryptonians as well. He's supposed to be the last Martian, but there's like a bunch of other Martians that come up later on.
Yeah, aside from that horseshit, he's like, yeah. So it really makes sense that he would feel a little bit of hostility towards an alien like Superman because it was aliens that came down to Mars and destroyed his planet, and he doesn't want that to happen towards people on Earth either.
Right.
So I'm thinking like he doesn't want to reveal himself, obviously, because he's a general, and so he can do more good, being a general in like coordinating logistics, safety, and like counterattacks, for Earth defenses and all that stuff and rescue. And he can just as Martian Manhunter, who is vulnerable against fire with two aliens that can shoot fucking fire from their eyes, essentially. So, yeah. I watched it knowing that, And it got better.
Keep talking, James. You gotta finish.
Who's making the popping sound and why?
What? I don't know. I don't hear anything.
Snoots, is that you?
No. What are you talking about?
It's probably still Zach eating. It wasn't. Poor Zach too. He messaged me too, just to vindicate Zach a little bit here. He's like, it wasn't even fucking me. I looked back over it because he actually thought that. See, fucking Jake's like, you fucking eating the thing. He's like, I was just having a cookie and some non-crunchy ass ice cream.
I wish.
Oh
I
no,
wish
I wouldn't
bitch
bitch it, Zach.
God damn it.
No, I wouldn't bitch it.
Point being, he specifically was like, I looked over the audio and it wasn't me. So, well, he says here, I'm reading it right here. It wasn't even me. No wonder that other guy, J Money, took off. I can't believe that shit. You need to put a chain on your boy Jags. He's kind of a cunt, and he's very obviously fucking his cat. At least one of them, maybe the one Fester. Also, in like weird parentheses, popping noise. So,
Mike, you're a piece of shit. You know that.
I'm pretty awesome, actually.
You're awesome piece of shit.
Now I'm funny. Anyway,
yeah, a funny looking piece of shit.
Yeah, funny looking. But I have a beautiful penis. We've covered this.
Stop making the popping noise, goddammit!
So
I can't stop. I gotta stop.
Anyway, oh my god, I just thought of the clip that is going to be played to introduce Jags on the next stream.
Okay, tell me about it later. Will it be a surprise?
Oh, it is going to be a surprise.
Oh, fuck.
And it's going to be fucking hilarious. So, anywho, any final thoughts about what we were talking about? I'm gonna.
No, my only thought is, Snoots, cut it out. I know it's you.
Not me. What are you talking about? Yeah, it's not me at all.
Right. I'm looking at her, and it's not her.
Yeah.
Well, then, Mike, stop it. One of y'all, stop it.
He's not doing it.
It's not me.
Jax, I think you're
It was happening while I was
crazy
talking
again.
in the first place, so it definitely was not me.
I didn't say it was your mouth that was doing it.
Was it my penis?
Good times. Let's wrap this up.
Does it have extra abilities I'm not aware of aside from bioluminescence?
I don't know. Maybe it's just Snoot slowly farting one by one. It's just the
Oh no!
That ass.
One by one. Anywho,
she flip off the screen again.
No, I don't know where the fuck that poppy's coming from, man. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's Fester. Maybe it's you with Fester. Huh? Anywho, so Fade.
Yes, sir. I'll stop. I'm sorry.
Fucking what? Don't blow it, Fade. God damn it. No. What's happening? Oh no, he's not doing that yet.
Oh, I'm not.
No, I was. Well, yeah, but in a second. Well, for me specifically, because I need to turn around after this stream here, and then I need to turn around and tell our backers and shit too. What? You're doing what? You need to go take a shit? I probably shouldn't have said. All right, I won't tell them. It was muted. Shh, guys, shush. It's fine. It was. I'm muting it now. So quietly. Okay, we're back.
I think it's just pushing farts out.
Oh, Zach. This guy. See, joke's on you, Zach. It's not the cooch, it's the butt. Because as he stated, he has 2 male cats. Also, he doesn't pull out. The popping sound is created with his thumb. Still the cat's butt, though. So,
Gee, I can't. Gee, I wonder why people like Gina Carano probably shouldn't come onto our show.
I said that in the first place. It would never happen anyway, but I would love if she was on, but no. I would, but for the sake of her fucking career, no. It's not. Gina, if you ever hear this, I love you, but just don't. don't do it. I understand. It's fine.
Mike will go.
No, if you ever want to talk, just like over the phone, please send us your number.
Don't send Jags your number.
Yeah.
Anyone listening, not even Gina, anyone listening, don't send really any of us your number. This isn't a healthy.
Well, mainly them.
I'm
still, questionable at best. But definitely
Fate
these
is,
two up there.
Fate is questionable. Yes. Anyway, so Fade, you're thinking we should go with act? You think?
Yeah, I changed my thing from part to act.
Okay, that doesn't seem to. It doesn't seem like I'm going for Netflix, but also does it seem too pretentious?
No, if it's like Jake was saying, if it's a cohesive story, or not kind of cohesive, but mainly the same story just cut up into different chunks, then yeah, I would say just do acts.
All right, Jags, do you concur?
Yep.
Cool. I know Snoots is still kind of I don't know. I like the volume thing because we're supposed to be it's supposed to be a collection of the other comics and whatnot as well, but it's all put together it's one big movie almost, or one big play that is introducing this world.
So say if you want to kind of do it for your backers, maybe do a straw poll or something.
A who?
A straw poll.
What is that?
It's basically
it's a website where you do a literal straw poll.
I was asking Fade. let him tell his thing.
Yeah, it's basically some online, basically kind of like how Twitter has a little poll thing. It's basically an online thing of that. And you can create your own polls and stuff like that. And all you have to do is just put the link on there, and people will click on it and can choose between, volumes, acts, parts, stuff like that.
Well, here's an idea that these books are going to be, each act is going to be, fairly long. There's going to be at least 100 or so pages in each, act, right? Each book.
Right. Yeah.
So you're going to have little chapter breaks in between them, right?
Right.
Just call them volumes.
Huh. Instead of chapter 1, chapter 2.
I was kind of thinking parts then, if that's the case.
Yeah, just have volumes for for your chapter breaks and everything like that, to make it seem like a grander, larger comic book thing. Because when you call a chapter a volume or something like that, it's implying that it's grander. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because the scale has just been set different.
Okay.
Because everyone thinks volumes is it's a big volume. It's going to be several chapters. Well, if you call each chapter a volume and stuff like that, you're implying there's a lot of story, a lot of content. It's a big fucking story. And so you have to do it in acts.
Dude, I was writing out a thing just to kind of add to what you were saying there. I was writing out this chapter, and I'm like, oh yeah, this has to happen, this has to happen, this has to happen, all within this specific chapter. Namely because there's no true really good stopping point, because when you're writing something that's a comic, you have to know where each thing is said on the page, and to get them to turn the page, and where's the surprise or the reveal going to be. You can't just kind of have it just just one panel after another kind of thing or whatever. You have to actually space it out and time out where things are as they're being revealed visually to the reader. And I was like, okay, so there's no real good stopping point within this chapter. So this chapter itself is long as shit. And I'm like, damn, this is a long ass fucking chapter. So it's almost like if it was a volume or a part instead of chapter 1, it's like volume or part 1. It would kind of make a little bit more sense because a lot of shit happens in certain chapters versus other chapters are pretty much cut and dry.
It's almost kind of like, but it also works as kind of like a in-universe sort of, like kind of meta thing. For when like some comic book TV shows and stuff like that get like kind of ultra, I guess, kind of aware or literal, and they'll like say they'll frame something that's not literally like a season or like a volume or like an issue or something like that as such. But just to give it like that certain tone or feel or whatever like that, like kind of how like Avatar: Last Airbender calls their seasons books,
right? Yeah,
kind of like that.
I like that.
Yeah.
So, all right, I think we're gonna. That's a good stopping point. Yeah, and I all of a sudden really need to pee. Yeah, what now?
I got work in the morning too, so yeah, it's a good stopping point for me.
This is true. All right, and where's he at? This guy. Say things.
Okay. If people want to follow me, I do a gaming channel called Fade Salvation. If you guys want to check that out, I do some gaming. I'm thinking of doing some videos. If you guys want to check me out, my Twitter handle is down there at Fade Salvation. So if you guys want to check out what I do, I'm just mainly doing games and hanging out with these guys. So
is that it?
Yeah, and also be sure to like and subscribe to WarDance Comics because they are awesome peeps.
Aw, this guy. I was actually thinking you totally should do. I'm not sure if anyone has said this before, but I haven't heard it. But if you do videos where you just kind of talk about like your perspective on things or whatever.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing that too.
You should absolutely call the episodes Outside the Box. Outside the box with Fade Salvation.
I was thinking Fade Takes.
Am I a fucking joke to you, Fade? Is that what this is? Am I a fucking joke to you?
I mean, a little bit, yeah.
Good.
You can also do a fun gimmick where you try to remember and review a movie or something like that you haven't seen in a long time and call it like Fading Memory or some shit like that.
Oh, that's another good one too.
Yeah.
You could do that, like actually do a movie review, and it's like I remember my dad took me to this when I was 4, and
just like the saddest story I can think of, maybe.
That'd be good.
It was a weird movie. It was actually inside of a closet. My uncle was there.
Good God.
Okay, that just made it weird, Jigs.
Well, says the guy who lives inside of a box.
That was super weird.
At
and
least I don't
hot.
live in the box with my uncle, like you do.
Jigs.
Yes.
Say things.
Things.
And that's enough from Jigs.
Okay.
Right. Let me back on, you son of a bitch.
Nope, that was you. That was your time. That was your thing. You want to play fuck. You want to play fuck, Jigs? We'll play fuck. All right, go ahead. Go ahead and say your thing.
I am Jags. I am also Chief Dino God on Twitter, stuff like that. You can't find me on Twitter because I don't even know. I'm not even sure what my fucking name on Twitter is anymore because I've had so many of them. You can find me through WarDance Comics, Twitter and all that stuff. You can find me here on YouTube just about every week when we do this show. I got my own plans in the future, but right now, subscribe to WarDance Comics, back your comic book and everything like that. Issues Volume 1. Look for my shit in the future. Love you all. Those who listen, what few you are. And yeah.
All right. So, there's a ferret. Yeah. So I think that's pretty much it. If anyone is watching or has watched or will watch in the future, thank you so much for watching. Like we were saying,
are you and Poop Machine going to do a sign off?
Good. I'm fucking talking right now. I'm literally talking. I'm in the middle of saying it
Are we
right
sure
now.
you're talking, though?
It was absolutely me. She's right here. She came. Snoots.
I mean, this could be a pre-recorded message for all we know.
Okay, so.
Did you guys already do your sign-offs?
Yeah, they did their sign-offs.
Yeah, we did our
I was in the
things.
middle. I was in the middle of doing a sign-off, and then Jake's is like, "Do our fucking sign-off." No, get out of here. We're doing each other this.
You were going to go for another 47 minutes. Don't lie.
No, we're not.
You're that vain, Mike.
Don't do it. Oh, she fucking muted him.
This has been WarDance Comics. And... fucking hell!
See? That's what you get for going to poop. No. Wait.
Oh, he's back.
You came back.
You came back for the sign-off?
You're literally just in time for us to do a sign-off. Unless he's not.
Can he hear us?
I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
I think his wife's yelling at him.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has never happened to us before. Usually our sign-offs are much longer.
Hey, Snoots.
What?
You didn't wash your hands.
Oh,
yes, she did. Maybe. Hopefully. Zach, what's up, man? What's going on?
Can he hear us?
Hopefully.
Can you hear us, or are you...
He's just staring blankly. I don't think he can.
Zach, what happened? What's going on?
Oh, he can. That
He's
shit.
fucking with us.
Oh my god.
What are you doing, dude? We're about to do a fucking sign-off. Say some shit. Plug your shit. I have no idea what's going on right now.
All right, I'm gonna do the fucking sign-off.
Why does this happen every time? Every time I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. This isn't even my stream. I don't even know what the fuck's happening right now.
It is your stream.
He's putting on his headphones. Oh my god.
This entire time, dude, we've been like, what are you doing?
Zach, could you not hear us this whole time?
No.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Zach. Fucking god.
I had you on the YouTube, but not live.
Oh my god. Okay, so, Zach, you came on just in time to do a sign-off, because we were literally just signing off, and then all of a sudden Zach comes on, oh shit, alright, cool. What's going on? And then you come on and fucking ignore us. We're like, what's happening? What's going on, man?
What's going on?
Alright, Zach, you want to plug your shit?
I was about to apologize for insulting your cookie.
I'm going to use my time to eat this apple.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
God damn it. I need to piss. I don't have time for this shit. Zach, plug your fucking channel. Do not take this time to eat. Don't take this time to eat an apple, Zach.
Put the apple down now.
Oh my god.
God in heaven. So hey guys, my name has been Zacchaeus. I got Zacchaeus reviews. I talk about toys and apples and fox ladies or wolf ladies. It's wolf ladies, and that's what's been going on. I've been working on this routine where I can talk while I'm eating an apple. It's crazy, and my name's Zacchaeus Prime. My name's Zacchaeus Prime. That's what he says. All right, good times. That was a great one, Zach. That's good stuff. Fucking God, I am going to do a sign off. Okay, guys, anyone who's been listening to this who's actually with us this far, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you better be.
Not for you, Fate. I meant every word of it.
Hey, I'm watching it on the YouTube, so haha.
So, yes, back our book. Possibly, hopefully, if you like what you've heard, or if our shit was way too long of a rant for you to keep up with what was actually going on, we're on Indiegogo. Right now, it's Issues Volume 1. You can check it out, read what we have to say there. And if you like it, cool. If not, I don't know. Or listen to us a little bit longer until we maybe grow on you.
Like a tumor.
Fine. Yeah, like a finely aged tumor. Yeah.
Malignant.
But if not, that's cool too. Come by and bullshit with us. Doesn't really matter if you back our book or not. Just bullshit with us. And it's fine. Or not. I don't know. I'm rambling now because I truly need to pee, and I feel like there's unfinished business. Like Zach still needs to do something. I don't. It's really weird. This is really weird, Zach. All right. Well, that's about us. That's the grown-ass man groping himself. So, all right. Fade's gonna go back in his box.
Man who wants a rhino butt plug.
Dude's gonna eat stuff. I'm gonna go take a piss, and Jake's gonna fuck his cat. All right, guys. Goodbye.
Bye.
You.